Peace. Before we get started, I'd like to thank everybody who's been rocking with us. You know what I'm saying? Boom. 100 episodes. Know what I mean? All from just running into a good guy at work. You know what I'm saying? I never can express how cool it is to have Carl actually come on to the show and actually be on the show. Because at first, I don't think he really wanted to actually be on the show. And now he's on the show. Know what I mean? Boom, boom, boom. Yeah. Edits the show. You know what I'm saying? All the video, all the audio, boom, every week. That man's a monster right there, yo. It wouldn't happen without him. Also, big up Primo Jab. We got him on the show. Big Ghost said, you know what? We should have Primo Jab on every week. And that's how that happened. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, these two guys making this shit possible. Thank you for everybody that listens every week, every other week. Just listening, yo. Thank you to all the so-called fans. We family. You know what I'm saying? Send us your ideas. Send us your opinions. Please like, share, comment, all that good shit. But honestly, it's not that big of a deal. We thank you for any capacity that y'all fuck with us, yo. We got merch. Yeah, fuck with us, though. Yeah, we fuck with you. We thank you. And here's to 100 more. Boom, boom. We got Sep of the Hall, yo. Sepperton. Father Sep. Hope y'all enjoy. Peace.
You are now listening to the Abyss Podcast with Carl the White Monk, Primo Jab, and Luke Cage.
Yeah, that's what's up.
I make murder that look sexy.
That Rock Marciano
Immortal
shit,
bars. Man, that's like one of the hottest openers right there. It's so hard to make a dope opening bar, man. But Rock Marcy, man, that man got the pen. He's a gift.
Mondo do it. Mondo do it. Also, you just gotta say something funny. You just gotta say something funny.
Well, it's a balance.
Only person I put above Rock is Sean Price, and that's that.
Oh, I thought you were going to say Doom. I was going to say I got style enough to set 3 trends.
You know why I don't say Doom, because that's a gimme gotcha, and now that he's passed,
yeah, I agree.
It's kind of cliche now.
Well,
you know what I'm saying?
I can't help all the people that bandwagoned.
Yeah, it's like everybody's favorite rapper now is Jay-Z, and if you're underground, it's Doom. It's never,
it's sickening. It's sickening.
Yeah, it's never nothing else. I love Jay. Jay's the man.
True
but
indeed.
You got dudes that don't know shit about rap. Just he's the king.
Exactly.
It's like, okay,
it's
why?
the Ken and Ryu picks. It's the Ken and Ryu picks out
it's
here.
The basics. It's the basic joints, yo. Well, I've been liking Doom. Yeah.
I'm out here fucking with Blanca and Guy. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely. The wholesale.
I do King Chung Lee and Akuma, you know what I'm saying?
Stop it. Stop playing with me. Look, man, I'll have Cammy thick ass out there tossing people up, man. You don't want no problems.
Yeah,
I'm with you.
Cammy had her cheeks out, and I was mesmerized. So we used to play with her because her cheeks
It's been my favorite character ever since.
Hey,
not sorry.
Can we take...
That's what's been having me in a trance in the past however many weeks since Street Fighter 6, bro.
Oh, you've been on that? Oh. Yeah, I got the beta still. I didn't get the real one yet. You got a custom character and everything?
Yeah, I did the custom character, but they haven't allowed us to use it for actual fighting. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Like the one-on-ones, you got to play like a story mode with them right now.
Yeah, I saw that. That's why I haven't. Yeah. That's why I haven't picked it up again, because I just want to get into fighting online. I want to fight against people. I'm still on Tekken 7, kicking ass and taking names online. You know what I mean? That's my move.
Yeah, and then me, I love Akuma. So I bought the premium package and shit, you know what I'm saying? Thinking all the fighters is going to be in there. And he ain't even showing up till September. I'm like, that's crazy.
That's whack. That's whack. Yeah, they gonna milk us with those DLCs, man. Pause.
Good job, man. Yo, man, since Carl got the drink up,
Lukey.
Hey, I'm thankful. Yeah, I got it, Carl. I got it. Here you go. Yo, I got my drink. Go ahead.
I was gonna say, can we pause for a minute and recognize this is our 100th episode,
shit.
And we have the king, Sep, in the motherfucking house.
Salute. Hey, hold on 1 second, because I already started pre-gaming with my wife, but I'm about to go get the bottle right now. Hold on 1 second, all right?
Yeah. All right. While Sep's going to get the bottle, man, absolutely. Once again, I just want to say thank y'all for letting me be on here for 90 some odd episodes and getting busy with y'all, man. It's been an honor and a privilege, man. I appreciate everything.
99.
You ain't been, 99 episodes,
every
right?
one of them.
I've missed a couple. I've missed a couple because I was working on the boat and stuff like that, and I was away and I wasn't on it. But I've been on 97% or so. Let's say 96%.
So I'm at 100th episode.
That's right.
Shout outs to the family, DJ Muggs, Soul Assassin.
Oh, wow.
You know what I'm saying?
That's the one. Wow.
Yeah, we got the notes and tones right here.
Okay.
So I'm already on my second cup and I'm shit.
Let me go. I'm gonna pull a little bit of this right here. Today's episode has been sponsored by Mad Dog 2020. Your uncle and auntie, the smoke crack favorite wine. You know what I'm saying? Favorite cooler right here. So if you had an auntie, uncle crackhead, you know what I'm saying? They was drinking this right here. Word.
Boom. Also sponsored by Bacardi Superior Rum.
Word, Bacardi Soda. Word, not Coke. Coca-Cola.
Coca-Cola.
Yeah. So y'all ready? Congrats to us. You know what I'm saying? Word. So they hit this. Pause.
Cheers.
There you go.
Salute.
Salute, man. Cheers. Salute.
You can't have none of this, JC. This is not orange
Daddy juice. Daddy juice. Daddy juice.
You sing it? You sing it, JC? Daddy juice. Daddy juice.
That's wild.
Yeah. I don't know if y'all familiar, but boom. Every time I go to the store and I buy alcohol, she sings the Daddy Juice song. I grab it and she looks at the bottles and be like, Daddy Juice, Daddy Juice. When I get the liquor, yeah. Well, so it's crazy, crazy, yo. Boom. 100 episode today. You know what I'm saying? I was looking for yeah. I was looking for some hoodies and some merch from Sep who got his art on there, but you know what I'm saying?
Don't say the word merch right now.
I know.
It's all right.
I mean, shit.
That shit hurts my heart. It hurts my inner being, my soul.
I mean, shit.
I checked the mailbox today just in case.
My LLC, it hurts everything right now just to hear that word and shit. I've been through quite the drama right now with these fucking shirts. But, I finally got it all figured out and sorted out, and
okay.
We'll get shit out soon enough. But oh my god, it's been a terrible 3 months, and all I gotta say is make sure you know who your friends are. Keep your enemies close,
bruh,
and don't do too good in front of them. You know what I mean? Because they use to pull the rug right from under your feet, my G.
And apparently beware when you're going through your DMs and your emails.
Yeah. Now
I heard the F word was thrown around a little bit.
Yeah, no, I had somebody email me talking about first of all, shouts to Nicky Diamond, shouts to Big Ghost. Big Ghost gave me the green light to do the project and let it loose on people. Pause. But when I did all of that, I didn't anticipate, life stepping in the way. My kid got sick, then I got sick. So when I went back to order the shirts, certain sizes were missing. That was going to take some time. So then in the time that I was waiting for those sizes to come back, other sizes started missing. So I just kept fucking with my timeline and ordering just a specific size to go back and order nothing. And other sizes just pretty much, defeats the purpose. You're just blowing money at that point. So I finally got with somebody right now that's got the order all done for me, and they're shipping it out to me. And it's also quality, because I just didn't want to go printing my shirt on just any whole fucking thing, the Bella canvases or the Gildens, what have you. And no knock on the people that do, but I'm as picky with my t-shirt style as I am with the prints that I put out. You know what I'm saying? So
absolutely,
I try my very best to just keep the quality up. But in essence, doing that, certain people just wanted to talk prices. And, they'll go on the website and they'll see what I'm charging for something, and then they'll be like, "Oh, you at a premium, so let me bang you in the head too." You know what I'm saying? I had to deal with a lot of that, but and then I have certain individuals that are in the game doing the same thing as me, and it's not like they're affecting much, but they're putting in work as far as telling people not to buy my shit and things of that nature. Yeah, man, I'm getting sabotaged out there. I'm blackballed, blacklisted, and pretty much shadow banned.
I mean,
I see you shadow banned, definitely,
man. You a threat out here. Yeah, that is true. Yeah, you are shadow banned. I don't ever see hardly anything. Like, I'm glad I got the drop when I did see it.
Do not use any more hashtags. So I just go to your page all the time.
Yeah, like me, like I don't post as often to begin with.
Okay.
I've never really even been that way, you know what I'm saying? But when I do, it's in like flurries, right? So let's say I post tomorrow, then you'll see like four more posts come right behind that, pause. And then
good job.
Yeah, New York. But you see that happen, and then I'll disappear again for another 2-3 weeks. I'll make a drop. Everybody cop the drop, and then I disappear, make sure the drop works out, ship everything out, and then I'm back online again. That's usually my process. But I started noticing that usually people that, even people that have my notifications on, they're like, "Man, I didn't even know you dropped them." You know what I'm saying? Like, what's going on? Like, so, and I don't know, bro. Like, I think dudes, I'm gonna try my best not to say no names tonight. You know what I mean? Because I'm the type of person to rather tell them to their face. You know what I'm saying? When I see them and shit. But some slips. You know what I mean? But there's a lot of dudes out there that rather have me as their merch machine, their merch designing machine, than watch me thrive in the same business. You know what I'm saying? Because
I understand that.
Yeah, the type of art that I put together, it's not, I make it consciously so that it transfers to fabrics seamlessly. You know what I'm saying? And, usually you have those transitional pieces where it's like you need 5-6 colors at max, So, I found people that learn they got the machines that do the direct to garment, but it's not that shiny feeling bullshit. Like this right here, like this is a Doom shirt that I made, right? The art is literally tattooed into the fabric.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
it's
that's
not
the
like
dope flavor,
shiny, it's not like no shiny bullshit that, it feels like a sticker on your shirt. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, and that took time to figure out and look for it. And, so when dudes see that what I got, of course they're going to come and, what's the plug? What's going on? And it's like, nah, you want to work with me? These are the rules and regulations. You know what I mean?
Terms,
and this is how much I charge and shit. You know what I mean? And
so they're not gonna
hear that.
So you're not gonna. I'm a fan of not giving them the sauce unless they're proven worthy of the sauce. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, boom, and that comes like with time. So I'm glad that you ain't just giving them the. It's good to share and show love, but also people are getting taken advantage out here greatly. Right. And I'm figuring out that a lot of people will say they like you,
right?
But they're just trying to get from you what they can get. You know what I'm saying? It's online, bro. We're not here.
That's the history of my existence in this game. You know what I'm saying? So as long as I can remember, nobody really gave a shit about me when I was working with Sean Price and them. Rest in peace. You know what I'm saying? But once I got with Westside Gun and Fly Guy came out and shit, and all these dudes come out the woodwork because everybody wants the same working results. Whatever pops for somebody, they feel that it'll work for them as well. And that's never the truth. You see what I'm saying? Everybody has a different path and we all can't go. You know what I'm saying? So you have rappers that will hit you up and that tell you, yo, I need this cover and I need that cover and I need you to do my merch and shit like that. But it's like, now that I learned the game, now that I learned how to function, it's like, okay, so I need XYZ for the cover. I need a certain percentage for the royalties on the back end. You know what I'm saying? And I also need I also need my pieces for promotion. You see what I'm saying?
So you're essentially doing almost label services. If you're gonna team up with an artist, you're saying, hey, yeah, look, we can do this, but you're not gonna eat while I starve over here. Like, I'm gonna do this work for you. It's quality, and I know what the effect is from it, and it's only right that I get my piece. Let me wet my beat.
Well, and part of the problem is people don't ever really understand the other side of it. So in the same sense that a rapper is going to sit there and say, well, the price today isn't the price tomorrow, and my bars are worth something, they don't want to turn around and pay an artist what they're worth because they don't understand the years it takes to get to where Sepp is, to the study and the dedication to his craft, just like the study and dedication to every rapper or producer's craft. And so it's that lack of kind of really looking at it from their own standpoint. You know what I'm saying, though? Like, if they would sit back and appreciate that this is an art form I can't do, or I do it myself. So I need this person, and if I'm going to value my talent and my time, then I have to value theirs. And that just doesn't happen.
Absolutely. And that's pretty much the gist of it, because as you grow, you know, of course, the price is not going to stay the same. You're starting learning new techniques, new ways to work,
trying to get your name out.
Yeah, your execution is better, your product is better. You know, everything that you put out.
You got more experience points.
Exactly. So the way that I draw now is definitely not the way that I was drawing when we put out Flag Out Project in 2015. You know what I'm saying? It's not the same. It's just not the same. So, of course, the price is going to go up, and they don't want to hear that. You know definitely. What I'm saying? Then you got the dudes that roll with you, and you give them a certain number, and then you reach the ceiling, and it's like, okay, a recession is out here coming for all of us. So I'm pretty sure you're not charging the same rapper price for your verses. You know what I'm saying? So I need a little bump up on the cover prices too, because if you look at it, we got the front cover, right? We got the back cover. So now we're talking art for the front, back and art for the front and the back, and then the back issues typography. Because now I have to pick the perfect font to match the track listing, make sure that everything is, you know, makes sense, it looks right. And then we got the inners. So if you got CDs and tapes, you need stuff for the inside too, right? If you got vinyl and you got CDs, you need stuff for the actual disc itself and the labels for the vinyls itself, right? So am I expecting you to sit back and let you pay me $150 to $300 for that? Absolutely not. You see what I'm saying? We're talking about 4, maybe 5 hours for each piece. I'm a father. I'm a husband. You know what I'm saying? I got a business that I run. I got a household that I run.
I was muted, Seth, but I said, "Goddamn!" When you said 4 to 5 hours, I said, "Goddamn!"
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like that's
you know what you can be doing with 4 hours? You can be doing anything with these little motherfuckers right here.
Well, and there again, keep in perspective that 4 to 5 hours of you would be like 12 years for me to get the same outcome. You know what I mean? Like, it's only because you've been doing it and you understand what you're doing and you know how to get it done quickly from repetition and training that you can do it in 4.5 or 5 hours.
Question though, Seth. So is your do they give you proper direction on these shits most of the time, or they like you have to really go, because it's 4 to 5 hours. You had to brainstorm on it as well to actually get the concept to do it. So it's more even.
I've had cool dudes like Flea Lord.
What up? Shout to Flea.
Ransom, you know what I'm saying? Big Ghost. They'll, at times they'll hit me and they'll be like, yo, I got this concept. Can you execute it? Mm-hmm. Yeah, absolutely. You know what I'm saying? I'll take care of it. You know what I mean? Like that, but it's still the same working process. You know what I mean? Like, you got to find your references, you got to do your sketches, and then, do the arrangements, the color schemes. And I'm the type of person that a lot of people hate this shit about me, like when they work with me and shit, but sometimes I make them wait to the last minute. You know what I'm saying? Because I want you to see what I envisioned first, right? And then when that's done, hit me back with the edits. Because that's the other thing, too. If I'm going to work on a project and I present it to you and then you hit me back with edits, now we're talking about an hour, maybe another 2-3 hours of fixing the shit you want. You see what I'm saying? So now I spent a total of 4 or 5 hours doing the cover. You hit me with an edit and I go back and add another 3. What do you mean $150? Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying?
You make more than that at Kroger. You know what I'm saying? Like an hour.
Right.
Like word.
$50 an hour. I hear you.
Like, yo, I mean,
so me,
100.
I'm not playing that shit. I got package prices now. You know what I'm saying? It's like, pause. So absolutely. So it's like you got
y'all out of control, man.
I have a feeling that's going to be a word that is used a lot.
New York,
Thank God we're not making a drinking game.
New York, baby, New York. Yeah, for anybody viewing this, pause the video, wait till the nighttime, get your liquor and drinks and shit, and whenever we say pause, take a shot or a drink, all right?
Oh, man, drinking challenge.
You're all pussies if you're not drinking at 8 a.m. on a Tuesday.
Somebody's gonna die of alcohol poisoning.
No. We only got grown up professionals watching this, man. Everybody gonna drink. They win liquor. They gonna be all right.
Paul was like, oh, we're gonna report on Tuesday. I'm like, Tuesday? What the fuck? Like, I got shit to do, bro. What are you talking about Tuesday? Right, it's all good. We hang.
I got work tomorrow and then a Rome Street show tomorrow night.
Oh yeah, right. We up there. We at that Rome Street show.
Yep. China Street.
By the time everybody sees this,
he across the pond right
now. Nah, he was in Durham, North Carolina yesterday.
Yep, and he'll be in Atlanta with us tomorrow.
Yeah, actually, last Wednesday.
I'm
we in the future?
Oh, where are you from?
Originally from Canada, but I live in just north of Atlanta now.
Yeah, we all in Atlanta, man.
Bro, I gotta stop eating the gummies I'm eating and shit. I swore Carl was in the UK somewhere.
Nah, he's a Canadian.
That's where I'm from.
I swore
Toronto originally.
In the UK, dog. I'm like,
you thought he was in the UK stabbing niggas? You know what I'm saying?
I'm conscious about what time I'm DMing him and shit, you know what I mean? Like, he probably up right now, you know what I mean? Like, that's crazy, man. They're out here in the ATL the whole fucking time, man.
The whole time.
We all down here. You want down? Down. Go down, yo. Pause.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, I used to live down there. I used to live in Lawrenceville.
Hey, yo, funny thing, I live close to Lawrenceville. I said, Lawrenceville ain't Atlanta. Hey, yo, I live close to Lawrenceville now. I'm not downtown anymore. I had to move, get her own room. A lot of things have changed since the last time we was on the podcast.
There was a shooting on 78.
Number one thing is, Hey, yo, I ain't surprised.
There's a lot of shootings out there.
Yo, Atlanta is like the movie Mad Max.
It's getting kind of wild.
There's cars on fire every week.
Sometimes.
You know what I'm saying? What the hell does keep going?
The spaghetti junction still
on. Oh my God. Yo, it always is. Hey, yo, I saw a girl trying to jump over off one of the overpasses. There's mad traffic. I look up. She's over there crying. So she's going to jump over the overpass. I'm like, yo, I wanted to say, do it. No, on Futurama, do a backflip. But you know, if you say that shit and they do it, you get charged with a crime. Just like if you're at work.
No, you don't.
Hey, yo, check it out. I don't know, but check it out.
Because you encourage them? I don't know.
You didn't encourage. No, man, they going to come find you. That's the guy that said it. That's the,
I mean, if they see you, or like if you say,
so,
like at work.
So you think as soon, all right, so Lukey, so check this out. All right, so somebody's up there, I'm pathetic, I'm a lame, I'm in it all. They jump, and you're like, yeah, do it. I dare you to do it. And they're like, okay, I will. They jump. You think the police that are right there, the first thing they're doing is saying, "Hey, grab that guy who told her that she should do it." No, they don't give a fuck about you or what you said.
It's the police. They're cornballs. Well, yeah, they're gonna grab me. Word.
They ain't gonna
check it out.
You.
Here's one shot. And boom, check it out. If you're at work and say you got two people like arguing or whatever, this is this. Yeah, two people. You gonna let them get away with that? Yo, punch them, and they punch them. You get in trouble as well.
So you think one of the cops is gonna be like, or one of the random bystanders is gonna be like, that man made her jump. He said it.
He
instigating a suicide.
Officer Dick in the booty going to take care of this problem.
Officer Takashi 69. There you go. Yeah.
I remember when Spaghetti Junction was on fire.
I remember that. No. Oh yeah. Wait, Spaghetti Junction was on fire?
Yeah.
Or do you mean 85 Buford Highway?
I thought it was right by 285 there.
It might have caught on fire up there. I wouldn't doubt it, man. It's like Lukey said, man.
Construction equipment that lit on fire underneath the overpass.
No, that was Buford Highway in 85. That was down near like Piedmont in 85.
The homeless man. The homeless man.
So not quite up to the Spaghetti Junction. Then.
Yeah, it wasn't. Yeah, it wasn't outside the perimeter. It was down. It was like if you're familiar, it's right down in between like Tower Liquor.
That's how you do it.
Is to the north, and then to the south is Mama's Tacos, and then that part of 85 right there. That's what caught on fire. The over part over there.
Got it.
Visitors are gonna be like, oh shit, yeah, that's where they caught on fire.
Yeah.
Down the street from Platinum 21. Good old Platinum. You got to tell people
strip club,
Tattletales, all that strip club landmarks. That's how you move around
I've never been to Tattletales. I know Carl a bit. We drove past. Cool. I know we drove past Tattletales.
It's cool. Yep. I mean, it's nothing to write home about, man. It's definitely one of those. It's one of those strip clubs like in The Sopranos or something, right? It's a bunch of depressed gentlemen from affluent gentlemen that are coming in there during the day to get their little $50 tug and run. You know what I mean? Like the ladies in there are very desperate, but they know they're going to make their money for the rent before the end of their shift. So they're always optimistic, especially when they see an older gentleman with white hair and a sweater and some loafers come in. They know it's payday. So yeah, that's Tattletales.
And there's a porno store right next door to it where you just go in there and watch the videos.
And there is a porn stop right next door.
Why does that place still open? Would you ever just go in there and get a video and go to the back room?
Man.
I mean, it's for after you're done with the strippers and you're still going home alone. So you stop in there, get some materials, some tools.
You're giving that store's clientele way too much credit, Carl. There's a subsection of gentlemen out here. Maybe there's some ladies involved in this too. I don't know.
I promise you there are.
Definitely, there probably are. But there's a healthy population of. What's the proper word I should say?
The freaks come out at night.
Deep freaks, store degenerate freaks. Thank you.
The freaks come out at night.
People that go to these stores and they go in the back and they actually take a video or DVD because we're in the future and they sit back there and actually watch a video in the back and be like, oh yeah, this is it. That's it. They're into that. Go figure, man.
I officially
each their own, I guess.
I officially can't show my 8-year-old this interview.
It's over with. And I'm glad I got headphones on.
It goes left sometimes, man. I'm sorry. But go ahead, man. Continue, man. What were we talking about? 285 catching on fire anyway.
Something.
I mean, it just got out of hand, man. Whoa.
We got the truck stop
pause.
So indeed.
Truck stop
Lawrenceville. Armorbetta came out with a song and said all those places were not Atlanta. Buford is not Atlanta. Lawrenceville is not Atlanta. Yeah.
I want to hear that shit. Nobody call it Georgia anymore. Everybody just calls it Atlanta.
It's
Atlanta,
the state.
Right? That's
the
right.
State. It's the state of Atlanta.
Where you going? Any New Yorker, it doesn't matter where they're going in Georgia. They call it Atlanta.
Absolutely. I'm going to Atlanta.
Everywhere. Marietta, it's all that shit's Atlanta, yo. It's real shit.
No, but he's talking about people be like, oh, yeah, where you at? Oh, man, you ever heard of Milledgeville? It's outside of Atlanta. 2 hours later, you're like, damn, what the? I thought you said you was outside Atlanta.
State? What the fuck?
No, this is that different part of Georgia.
When we first moved there, they called our area Metro Atlanta. So I figured we were out right around the bend or something, right? Now it took us my motherfucking ass 35 minutes to get to the real Atlanta. I'm like,
yeah, it might be a little. Yeah, it's like 35. Yeah, definitely 35 minutes.
I'm
if you're in traffic now,
20 minutes.
It's about
north.
41. Yeah, traffic is bad now, bro. Everybody
when
lives
we got
down
there,
here.
when we got there, we had just bought the Acura TSX.
Ooh,
I was
smooth
getting
ride.
in nice tuned up in the shop and shit. So they gave us the TL as a loaner. So I'm down in the streets of literal Atlanta, like in the college area and shit, like just playing fucking Nas Illmatic and shit. Everybody looking at me crazy because that's around the time that they had the that price that you done made you right away. You right away. I don't even know what the fuck it is. I think it was
right
away.
That make you feel some type of way. Some type of way.
So I'm cruising down there.
Yeah, that joint, boy. That used to ride.
Yeah, I'm cruising through there playing 1994 shit. Everybody looking at me like, this fucking New York ass.
You had the new whip with the old music.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Always.
I remember that. That was actually a pretty good time in Atlanta, yo. When that song was going on.
Very good time.
Yeah, because you had the 2 Chainz movement. You know what I mean? Like 2 Chainz was real hot.
Yep.
Rich Homie Quan.
Young Thug was coming up too. There was
Young Thug was coming up.
Or some shit like that.
Yeah,
they were Rich Gang at that point.
Rich Gang. With Baby and them. Yeah.
And that was the time that Gucci and Waka was kind of over, and that the Rich Gang came in and took over stuff. Yep. I was a big advocate of Gucci, man. Yeah,
lifestyle was killing the streets.
I heard it was Roger Rabbit.
Oh, really?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
That's when they started taking over. Absolutely.
No homo. I was hanging out in Midtown. You know what I'm saying? When that was, I worked in Midtown. I wasn't hanging out. I was like working in Midtown when all that was coming out. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Everybody know what Midtown is.
It's not my preferred, my choice, my go-to, but I while living down there, I got to see how the people experience their vibe. You know what I mean?
Right.
And that was the good part about it. I got to see how Georgians love their music. You know what I mean? And that to me was a valuable experience because they also put you on to the lingo and what certain things mean. You know what I mean? And coming from New York, you miss a lot of shit. Shit go over your head sometimes, you know?
Mm-hmm. So,
yeah, I really enjoyed that time out there. The music was different, but hey, such is life, bro. Everything's different now. Nothing will ever be the same.
No, but see, I think, man, you got the best perspective, man. You just dropped 2 or 3 jewels all at the same time, and I'm gonna recap them. Number one, let's start with what you just said. Nothing will ever be the same. You can't ever dwell on being like, oh man, this is supposed to be the old style, or this is supposed to be like this, because the old thing is the old thing. The past already happened. We in the present. Actually, we in the future just after that. So you always got to be ready for that. But then, just like you said, man, seeing that you came from New York, I think a lot of people, and we'll just use New York as an example, but a lot of times we're so close-minded and we're so supremacist in thinking that where we're from or what we're doing is the end-all, be-all. Nobody else anywhere else is on anything similar to this. They don't get down like this. But then you said, I was down here in Atlanta, and I got to appreciate seeing them in their environment and being like, oh, this is how they vibe into their music. It's like, that may not be my cup of tea, But I understand the people who do enjoy it. And I think if there were more people that approached hip hop culture like that, but just culture in general like that, like that's I think the gift of hip hop. That's what we used to be on, is that you were listening to different regional sounds and you were hearing the different slang, the dialects was different, the beat styles were different, the rhyming was different. And that's, I mean, personally, that's what I fell in love with. That's what I loved. I love learning new things. I love being immersed in the culture. That's one of the main things I loved about being in Atlanta. Like you said, you hear when you're in the strip clubs, I got to take it back there. But when you in them strip clubs and you hear that Gucci come on, you hear that new goddamn it Future, you hear any of that type of music come on, and you really hear it, like you hear it just walking down the street randomly, you'd be like, oh, that's some bullshit. But you hear it in there with the proper surroundings,
and it's element.
You baptized.
So the way they experience things is supposed to be in their element. And then for every yin, there's a yang. So, you know, I'm in Atlanta, I'm hearing all of this, I'm like, well, where's the flip side? Because I know Doom moved down here. I know West Side moved down here, you know what I'm saying?
That's
so
right.
It's like,
He
I'm
was
looking
down
for shit
here.
like that.
Absolutely.
So then I found brothers like Senor Chaos and, you know,
shit. You know, Senor Chaos, that's what's up.
My man, the Understanding is one of the most beautiful projects he put out, bro. The whole with the Spirit of Jax, Girls Rock 2.
Shout out Jax. Shout out Jax.
You know what I mean?
Jax Forever King.
All that. I listen to all that, my dude.
Okay,
that is wild, man.
Okay.
That is what's up, man.
Pursuing my dreams, struggling to Charlotte, back better than ever. I'm new and improved. Yo,
we gotta tag him in this. We gotta tag him in that, yo. We gotta tag him in
this. We
super
deep, see? That's culture, man. That's what I'm talking about, man.
But that's what I do. That's what I tell dudes. It's like, with me, it's a difference, man. Like, I'm immersed in this. You know what I'm saying? Like, I listen to, you know, like I listen to the core and what's on the surface, and then I dig deeper and try to find the gems. You know what I'm saying? There's always jewelry to find. There's always jewelry to find, bro. You know, so you have artists like that. What's his name? They got a podcast, but I forgot their name, man.
Who you talking about? Binkus? You talking about
he did a project with Sean Wizard not too long ago. I forgot that brother's name.
Shout out Sean Wizard. Hold on, man. We'll look it up. With Sean Wizard's another dude. I don't know who does his art, but those Infinity Stones that he did, that shit was crazy. The Infinity Stone albums.
Yeah, he has a lot of different artists do his art, but what I like about Sean Wizard is that, you know how Westside Gunn is always like, oh, I'm the world's greatest curator, you know, shit like that.
Yeah, he said that once or twice.
Yeah, you know,
more than once or twice.
Sean's pretty good himself, you know what I'm saying? Like, Big Ghost is pretty fucking good too, you know what I mean? Like, you have a lot of people that have an eye for what's going on artistically outside, you know what I mean? And they have magnificent projects, bro. The covers are beautiful, the music is great, and it delivers on a fantastic level. Like, so, you know, that's why I love this underground shit, because as back in the days, it used to be, oh, you fucking backpackers. You know what I'm saying?
It was slanderous.
It got split. It was the shiny suit era. Then, you know, the shiny suit era kind of merged into like Brooklyn Averex, Timberland Thug dudes and shit. And then everything else
Rough Rider era.
Yeah, and then everything else was Stretch and Bobbito's book backpacking niggas and shit. You know, so that's not the case now. You know what I'm saying?
No,
like,
it's not. It's a glorious time, man. It's a very diverse and stratified place that we're in.
Yeah, it's super different now, and I appreciate it on a level that, you know, most people I don't think understand the way I see it. You know, so Other than you brothers,
Right,
I see you brothers appreciate the knowledge.
I definitely
got one for you.
Yes, 100%.
I definitely know you're a hip hop
I got a good one for you. You go ahead. Yeah,
wait.
I know it. I know it too. Well, no, just like what you were about to say, Lukey. But stop me if I'm wrong. You're a connoisseur of this hip hop. You're a connoisseur of this culture, and you're a digger. You like to find them jewels that are buried. Give me 5 discoveries that you'd like to pass on as far as top-notch curators or top-notch products that have been curated, whether it's an art project, whether it's a producer, whether it's an MC. Give me a 5, hold on, 5 that you feel like, yo, you need to be looking this way. Discover this.
But hold on. Nothing will top for me this man bringing up Senior Chaos. Because, like, that is a real deep... That's a deep cut. Ultra Beast. That's some Atlanta... That's some true Atlanta shit right there. Homeboy Sandman. I think it's called The Machine. Like, that is that is like...
He's one of my favorite. Homeboy Sandman
performing live, but Senior Chaos didn't do the song with him. And I came to Homeboy Sandman and was like, yo, why didn't you do the Machine song with Senior Chaos? He said he didn't want to do it because he didn't want to bring me out before I came on the headline. I was like, what? Then he just walked away from me. I was like, oh,
that makes sense. That's fair.
Yeah. I'm like, oh, yeah. But anyway, go ahead.
He should have brought him out during his set to do it. But anyway, go for it. Keep going.
Yeah, give us 5 gems.
5 gems. So what you want? Production?
Whatever you
pick. Production, beats, MCs, whatever.
Playlist. All right, so my recent playlist.
Okay.
This is what tells the truth. Okay, so I'm an R&B guy.
Okay.
I know I don't look it. And, with the nerd background and the hip hop background, you know what I mean? But
I'm a nerd. I'm
and the heavy metal background.
Yeah.
And I have a pretty good heavy metal background. I could sing pretty much every Ozzy song you yell out.
Some wild shit. Oh man, my bad. I said my bad for Primo Jazz going out.
I think one of my favorite. I mean, you guys heard of JPEG Mafia and Danny Brown.
Yeah, definitely.
The Scaring the Hoes project is,
people have been talking really.
But
they were actually guests on one of my favorite podcasts. Scaring the Hoes is crazy, huh? The two of them were. Yeah, the two of them were guests on one of my favorite podcasts, Kill Tony, which is a stand-up comedy podcast.
Those are two very eclectic, different guys.
Have y'all had Observe since '98 on yet?
No, not yet.
Loretta Records,
yeah. I'm familiar. Don't worry, he in rotation.
Yeah, please reach out to that man because that is
okay.
Yeah, that is. I still to this day listen to stuff like that. And what I got here, I also got the Grilchi family.
Yeah, shout out to the Grilchis. Mark.
So yeah, you got Mark.
My guy Ryan Puma.
Was you down there rocking with him when he was down here? Mark Speck?
Yeah.
You down here? Yeah.
Shit go hard, bro.
Yeah.
School of Sharks. Mark Speck. Who's the other dude down here that's making beats?
Wino Willie, Giallo Point. Those are the main producers. Then they got
Wino Willie.
Yeah,
shout out Wino Willie.
Be speaking to him sooner than later.
You might be seeing a couple of these names sooner or later. Wink, wink.
Wink, wink. Yeah, Primo Jab. Shout out to Primo Jab, the booking supreme.
A lot of my stuff is not. Oh, that's his name. Zilla Rock. Yeah, I found his shit right here.
I've heard the name. I don't think I'm tapped in though.
Yeah, I haven't heard his music. I've heard the name maybe.
Zilla Rock, and he has somebody he rock with. Billy Woods.
Yeah, Billy Woods. Yeah.
Oh yeah, of course. Yeah,
I think that's where I heard it. Yeah.
Yeah. So
Billy Woods,
that is real. Like, that's like the children of Company Flow.
Mm-hmm.
Woo!
You know what I'm saying?
That's accurate. Great.
Company Flow had that real abstract, offbeat, onbeat type of thing. Like with J Treads. You know what I'm saying? And that little circle right there. That's what this new shit is. Billy Woods, and that's how I see it at least and shit.
Lucid, all of that stuff, right?
Lucid and all that. Yeah.
Some people say Aldovino.
Davino, I think you could put in there a little bit.
Sometimes.
Kind of, yeah.
At times, when it's not his CCV Dino.
Yeah, he's definitely super abstract with the way he does shit, but I like more his earlier work.
True.
Triple Black Diamonds Part 1.
Triple Black Diamonds, the Akira tape and shit.
I never got to hear that because it cost $786 or $86.97.
When I got on Reddit, they was for free because people were sending the download link. I was like, damn, man, y'all are, like Reddit is just like
the Destiny project with him and Esty Mac, that's just pretty dope.
Mm-hmm. Him and Esty are just a dope pair in general, man. I think together they said it's a lot. Actually, matter of fact, by the time this project is out, or by the time this episode is out, they got a new project that's coming out. They teamed up with somebody and they did a little 5-piece album that's coming out. I bet you it'll be out by now. I forgot what it's called.
Aldovino.
Yeah, Sauce Heist about to drop.
Sauce Heist Aldovino. That's older. Sauce Heist and Aldovino.
I don't know. My dude Diamonds is just.
Oh yeah.
Diamonds is. He just
he's an unstoppable force.
He need to call me, man. I'm like, boom. Hey, Mickey Diamond, call me. Yeah. What
happened? Don't tell me you in cahoots with him.
Nah, man. What happened was I saw a post. It was screenshotted, and I thought he was talking shit about the podcast.
You misread it.
Right? Yeah, and I misread it, and I unfollowed him immediately. Then I followed him back when I realized he wasn't talking about us. So I was like, I hit him in the DM. He ain't read it yet. He'll call me, man. And I told Pro.
Been an emotional couple days in the Abyss camp. Is all I can say.
You gotta talk to brothers first, man. See where their head is at. Do a light temperature check. You know what I'm saying? Then when you know what it is,
I will tell you, do it like Pro Dillinger, because I'll tell you, big shout out to Pro Dillinger. So in all this, Mickey and I, because Mickey's always got jokes, Mickey will roast you in a minute, right? So Mickey's Pro Dillinger.
Pro Dillinger.
Who's that?
Shut up.
Oh man, you ain't familiar with Pro Dillinger?
I'm not even getting into that with you.
I was about to say, man, let me put you on. Let me put you on, man. Shout out Dirty Work.
I'm gonna catch Pro outside, yo. I'm gonna catch Pro outside. I'm pull by his fucking brain. And learn a few lessons.
You guys are boys. Look.
I love Pro. Listen, it's all jokes. I love Pro. But the last time Pro was on here with y'all,
I know about this. I didn't think this was going to come up. I need more booze.
He dropped the fucking ball on the explanation of Dios es Amor.
Which is still one of my favorite covers of all time. I love the color play in that is so fucking insane. The nod to Picasso, it is so fucking beautiful. I love that fucking cover.
There's three elements in there.
On that. Absolutely.
There's Takashi Murakami, there's George Kondo, and there's Picasso in there.
Mm-hmm.
And then of course Splash from the God. You know what I mean?
Yes. Yes.
But Pro failed to explain that Dios es Amor is a project that has a strong story behind it because it's artwork from me, lyrics from him, and production from Potato God, who I lovingly call PG, right? And the reason there's the story behind that is because we all used to rap together as a group called Team RSP.
Okay. Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
And I was the lead pretty much, and Pro was, right there next to me, and PG was on the production, and we had a few other brothers on the production, for those projects and shit. But it was all demos and mixtapes and shit. You know what I mean? And then I got caught up in some bullshit and went up north You know what I'm saying? When I came back, I tried to dabble in the music thing again, but then I left it alone. I was like, let me touch back with this art. You know what I mean? So I went through the journey I went through, ended up producing the pieces that I put out there, and then out of nowhere, I see Pro in the mix. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, this is Pro? Like, and boom, I checked out the band page. I was like, yo, it's my, you know what I mean? Like, it's my dude, it's my young man. So boom, I hit him up and he's like, yeah, you know, I'm still rapping and everything, you know what I'm saying? So, I didn't know what to do when you left, God. You know, all I could do was rap. Yeah. You know, so I tell this nigga, I'm like, yo, this shit is crazy, bro. I'm like, you know, let me do some artwork for you. So I did the Most Foul tape, you know what I mean?
Okay.
Wow.
And then I did the other one, the follow-up to it. I forgot the name of that shit. But then, you know, some time passes. Yeah. Mega Foul. That's what it's called.
Mega Foul, yeah.
Mega
you did
Foul,
that art with the crazy angel on the cover, that is like, looks like one of those little babies from like the Renaissance type arts with a something crazy like that.
Nah, I did one with the demon tiger eating people.
Okay, maybe that's what I'm thinking. I just know it's bugged out. It looks like an acid dream.
Yeah, and then I had another one that had the demon tiger grew lizard heads, and it was a 3-headed monster just eating.
That's what I'm talking about.
Soldiers and shit. Yeah,
that's exactly what I'm talking about. That shit is ill.
It's bugged out.
Super ill.
That's that Ozzy Osbourne influence.
So some time passes, right? And then, you know, he tells me, he's like, yo, I linked up back with PG. You're making beats and shit. And I'm like, all right, cool. So you want me to get on the cover? He's like, yeah, get on the cover. So Dioses Amor is wild because our story started together. We split up because of life, went on our own paths, and then now in the abyss, we came back together. You see what I'm saying? And then
it's dope.
And you know, and then the samples, he talked about a lot of the samples was like from the gospel places. No, the fuck it's not. It's PG doing his thing. Like, he's really like, yo, DITC level type digging, you know what I'm saying? Find ill samples and ill loops, and it's like, yo, let's go good.
The soundtrack to that was so beautiful.
You know, oh my God, when I tell you, he's a master.
So beautiful.
You feel me? So I told him, I was
it's
like,
a dope album. It's just dope.
When I heard the interview and he didn't say PG's name, he didn't say my name, I'm like, listen, bro, we're not gonna do this. You know, just pay attention to the rapper bullshit, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is a true brotherhood moment here. You know what I mean? Like, something that could have really, you know, been taken to the next level and shit as far as like promotion goes and shit like that. Cause I can't push it for nobody, you know what I'm saying? I don't know how niggas do their business and shit, but in my personal opinion, like, that project should have been everywhere right now. You know what I'm saying?
It.
Like,
it's one of my favorite projects of the year. You know, absolutely.
So I thought it sold out pretty quick.
It did.
I think it sold out really quick. Yeah.
Yeah. It was very limited. And, you know, everybody wanted it as soon as the release came out. And we're talking about the digital was out long before the vinyl.
Yeah, it was.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
I messed around and bought the damn digital instead of getting the damn physical CD, and I'm pissed about that. I told Pro, I was like, yo, man, please, here, keep my money for the digital. I just want the actual CD to have, you know, so I can ride around in my car and play it.
Yeah, somebody hit me up on a DM. They asked me not to say who they are ever, but you know, they paid 5 digits for that shit. You know what I'm saying?
5 digits?
Wow.
5 digits
for the art,
for the
actual art.
They have
good.
They have a gigantic version of it, like huge.
That's dope.
Did they get it from you?
I love to hear it.
From me, absolutely.
That's wonderful. And to me,
I love to hear this. That's great.
That is
Thank
fantastic.
you, anonymous person. You know, thanks for supporting the culture, man. I love it.
You deserve that.
I picked the paper and everything, but that's just one of I wish everybody was like that type of situation. You know what I mean?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah. But they loved it so much that it was like, let's negotiate a price. You know what I'm saying?
That's dope.
I'll say two things real quick. One, I will say Pro on previous podcasts, whenever he spoke about you, it was in the highest regard. And he spoke of you as a brother. He spoke of you as a brother. So, if he didn't...
He can try
that podcast apparently got a lot of people in their feelings because episode 99 went left because of that episode too.
I really can't think I'm a rebraid his fucking head, nigga.
So all right, hold on. The other thing that I want to say real quick is that
God damn it.
The nice thing about your art and when artists gain really kind of diehard fans is
wait.
People will start to appreciate when you're doing galleries and shit.
Hold on 1 second. Let me stop playing. Bro's my guy. I'm just joking. He knows I joke like this.
He'll know.
Anybody that knows me knows I play like this, right? So, but I was upset about the interview. I even called him that day, and he tried to call me back, and I'm like, you know what? Fuck this nigga. I'm not.
I was totally unaware of this group. Did y'all know
that was the mind blower of this episode?
Yeah, I did not know that I didn't know that faction existed.
Yeah, we all from Rockland County. We all from Rockland County.
Oh wow, okay.
Yeah, Seth told me about it.
I used to go hard, bro. I used to go hard, dude. Like my rap style. That's why I gravitate to all this shit now, because my rap style was that. It's that underground, grimy. We were in the streets, doing dirt and shit. We weren't Pablo Escobar in it, but we were, we got dirty. We played dirty too, and then
so I have an idea.
On top of that, we had skills also. You know what I mean?
There you go. Yeah.
When he came around, he was like 14, 15, I think it was, and shit. And we were running the block. And I remember, I don't know if he told you this shit, but I remember he used to rap and on the corner and shit, and we used to catch him, and I would be like, "Yo, not on my corner. I want to hit none of this shit on my corner." And
he told us, but we didn't know it was you. He said this, but we never knew it was you. That's why it's crazy. He talked about these stories, absolutely, but yeah, I mean, this is why it's even crazy, man. That's dope.
That's why I love him so much, because it's like, it's like God, a lot took care of him in a way where it's like he brought him back into my cipher. You know what I'm saying? But I have no control of the people that are in his cipher now. You know what I'm saying? So I'd rather not meddle. I'd rather just, play the outer line, and hopefully if he got any type of, if he needs any kind of advice or direction and shit, I'm here for him.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? But back in those days and shit, then I don't need to repeat it. He said what it was. You know what I'm saying? Like, it really was that. We were really in the trenches, really doing dirt, really making music, trying to get up. And, niggas got caught up, doing what they do. And he stayed back and learned from them. You know what I'm saying? And although he still does his, he still did what he had to do to survive, he never let go of loving the rap, loving to spit bars and gems and shit like that. And he actually perfected his craft. You know what I mean? And he nasty. He's one of the nasty ones and shit.
True indeed.
Quiet as kept. I still don't think he can fuck with me, but he does.
Shot fired.
I have a whole file of drumless beats that I would like to send you. All produced by Rock Marciano.
No rapping for me, because whenever I catch Big Ghost and shit, I'm gonna have hands for him too, because I show Big Ghost some of my old music and shit.
You hear that, Carl? You better watch out. Don't ever go around.
I am not Big Ghost.
I showed some of my old music, and he goes, "Yeah, you know, that shit's cool and shit." He's like, "You sound like some, you know, like the seventh member of Terror Squad and shit." And I'm
if
like,
anybody's read his
that's
website,
fucked.
you know he's got jokes.
Yeah, I'm like, that's fucked up. It's only 4 of them niggas, bro. You know what I mean? Like yeah. You know, but just having a good time, bro. Just having a good time.
Oh, fuck.
So there's a large
man,
sample size out there.
Cuban Punisher Joe.
Yeah.
Right.
So will these demos ever come out?
He calls me the angry Spanish locks member.
Is there any way we can hear some of this
son
shit?
of a bitch.
Some of this shit, nah, it's all old shit, bro. Like it's dated.
I mean, shit, cool. I mean,
some of the verses, like if I still had that young, ferocity, I would go out there and battle some people and shit. You know what I mean?
Word.
Hey, that ain't for me, bro. I'm 44 years old. I'm making art and shit. I'm fucking raising children. I'm a husband, and I'm trying to do these galleries now. You know what I mean? Like trying to spread my art visually now rather than audio. You know,
word up.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that's a lot. I mean, boom. There's money in hip hop, but art and other things, I think there's more money, and there's a longer lifespan, I think, as well.
It's a way longer lifespan because when niggas is done rapping, I'm still drawing.
There's a ceiling. There's a ceiling in hip hop art as well.
All the Picasso pieces that everybody loves, this man did them in his 60s and shit.
Yeah, but understand, like with hip hop cover art, there's a ceiling. There's only so much people are going to be able to afford for album artwork, right?
And I'm happy you say that too. But go on. I don't mean to cut you off. Go ahead.
But I know you're about to stop doing cover art, and
absolutely.
As much as I'm saddened by that, because the pieces that you've done are some of my favorites, but I can understand because as an evolution as an artist, you need to be paid what you're worth, and you're not going to ever be paid what you're worth in this lane anymore. You can't. No one's going to be able to pay what you're actually worth for the pieces that you're doing. And so
not unless they really care.
But they can't necessarily afford to.
When I saw Isaac Khalil got that 10K, I was like, what?
I mean, you might get lucky and get an occasional, like somebody really, really big wanting something. But honestly, your best bet is to go into the gallery scene and to really, work in the fine art gallery area.
Do gallery work, do merch work, you know what I'm saying? Collaborate with commercial brands.
Yep.
And pretty much just elevate my brand in that fashion. Building relationships that way.
Have you thought about starting a clothing line?
I have, but the work that it entails and everything is money. You know what I'm saying? Everything is money. So
I think the clothing line that's not your speed, bro. That's not your speed, man. Respectfully, I feel like, just like Carl said, and I don't mean to cut you off, but respectfully, I feel like your next evolution, your next goal, just like you said, is you're going to be designing marketing campaign. Well, galleries, yes, but you're going to be designing marketing campaigns for brands. You're going to get picked up by some brand. Maybe a fashion house wants you to put your stamp onto what they're doing for a season or something. You'll do a capsule for them. But then, it's definitely that world. It's definitely that higher elevation of design and art where you're going to thrive, man. And not saying that you're not thriving already, but that's who's really going to appreciate you and who has the budget to appreciate you as far as what you are worth right now. You got to be in those galleries. You got to get those special limited collections that are going to come out, stepping in and Louis, Gucci, whatever the crazy, because that's who's going to come start looking for you. And that's who has the budget that you deserve right now. And I think it's admirable also, before we move too far past that you have done so much that you can for the underground, for the culture, for the people. And you've worked within budgets to make it happen for people, to make sure that your expression, your style is imprinted upon the records of this era right now. Because, shout out that Dio said some more is, like you said, it had 3 different artistic influences in that one thing, but it was definitely stamped Seppington. Like, that's you, that's your 100%. Style. This damn fleece shirt that I'm wearing right here, just like you said earlier, you got to have the merch with the multicolors and everything, and the style of it don't look nothing else like another Sepp piece. You put your stamp in the game. You put your stamp in the Renaissance, in this abyss. So if you evolve to that next level, so be it. If we can't afford you no more, great. You graduated. Congratulations. We're happy we can't afford you. That's what I say.
And I want to
I'll buy one of your Louis collection shirts, whatever.
Yeah, and I want to tack onto that really quick, because I really feel like I know I'm
it's 7 brother. It's
7 drinks in, and I'm definitely feeling the rum, but
here's to you, bro. Cheers.
I want to give you your flowers for real, because you definitely have this unique talent for what you do. And I know sometimes you'll feel slighted, but your fan base is diehard. And the people that really fuck with you, And that's an incredible place to be in. And
real quick. Shout out to Patrick. Shout out to Paul D. Frizzy. Shout out to Jay Moorfield. Shout out to my motherfucking brother Nelson, aka Nut. Shout out to Toast. Anybody that let me see, Nathaniel, Tony Touche. Who else am I missing here? There's a few others and shit, but there's a consistent list of people that I can guarantee are always in my DMs for something positive, something uplifting, and something that always gets me going on my next mission, because it makes me. I'm the type of person that I don't care if I don't have 10 million followers or buyers and shit like that. I have 9 or 12. I'm happy. You know what I'm saying? Because that's 9 or 12 people that I never knew in my existence that now feel that what I do is valuable to them.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
So I take my time in perfecting that, so that whatever they have now, let's look at it like this. How much do you wish that you invested in a cause piece back when they were like $20, $30?
Fact.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So that's the type of thinking I'm on. You know what I mean? I want to make it to the level that where these individuals that have spent their hard-earned money on me can go back after the world catches on and say, we were here first.
No, I got you.
That's right.
Well, look, and salute to you, because I will say that I'm very, very fortunate that I know not only what good art is, because I do consider myself an artist, but I'm also married to a phenomenal artist,
Jab Goblin out right now. Jab Goblin. Art designed by Erica.
So shout out to Erica.
Shout out to everybody. And everywhere. You could skip the AP Overlord track.
She guessed that I would be the first one to mention
play that
her
name. He needs his royalties.
But I understand. His royalties.
Please play that one.
I ain't say nothing.
But I also understand. But I also understand what an artist goes through.
I'm a troublemaker. I'm sorry.
That's okay. I'm breezing over it. I'm just moving on. So, but I appreciate what artists go through, because I see it, and so shout out to you. Flowers for you. I love you. I love chatting with you, and I'm really, really glad that you've had the impact that you have.
Thank you, man. I tell you right now, man, it means the world to me because, you know, sometimes, I'm going to be honest with you, it's not easy. It's not even sometimes, it's a lot of times, bro. It's not easy, man. You try to really bring to the table, for these individuals that you feel have a masterful way of expressing things through music, you know what I'm saying? And you want to match that visually so bad, you know, and you want to be able to be on that level that it's like, yeah, man, this cover made absolute sense. You know what I'm saying? And I am fortunate enough that I got in here early and I got the covers that I got. Because when you look back 25, 30 years from now, these are the projects that dudes are going to hold up. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? When they say, explain to me the music era of the underground music era of 2015 through 2023 or whatever, you know?
Right.
A lot of those projects are going to be represented visually by me. You know? So
sure are. 100%. Sure are. That's right.
I don't take that shit lightly, you know, and I fight hard. To gather my words here because you know it's a little bit emotional thinking about it because you know in the beginning it was just me, you know what I'm saying, and then you got Bernard came in.
Yep.
You know you got Nanlib, you know, and she's controversial to a lot of people, you know what I'm saying, but you know. Those were the first three. Those were the first three that I remember, and then came, you know, the mad rush of just different artists like Squad Dead Faith and Craig Dyer, and you know, just a whole bunch of different
PQ,
shout out,
PQ, Raul
Dave.
Proach.
Dave as well,
Proach, like, you know what I mean?
Dave Proach was always A1. I have a Dave Proach piece right here, just right next to my workstation. You know,
he actually showed me a preview of the one he's doing for DMC, and it's pretty fucking dope. Yeah, he did the album artwork for his new release. Pretty dope.
I didn't want to show it too much, but I was kind of emotional when he showed up to my gallery. You know what I'm saying?
He is a huge fan of yours.
Yeah,
he has so much respect for you. And Dave Proach, he's such a cool guy, but yeah, he loves you.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and that hit me in a way that it was like, oh my God, like, you know, there are people out here that really care and really love me for what I do, and there's no hidden agendas, you know, but at the same time, I'm at war with the dudes that have hidden agendas.
They're out there too. You know what I'm saying?
I know PQ and Kip both gave you huge reverence when they were on the show.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Especially PQ. Everywhere PQ goes,
I love that guy.
Yeah, he always and I bust everybody's balls, and I think that's kind of like I think that's kind of like what messes up the overall picture for some people. But that's because I'm old school New York, man.
It's funny. It's funny.
New Yorkers are ball busters. I can't.
Each other and shit,
I'm married to one.
Like,
I'm married
to one. If I love you, I'm gonna snap on you.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
It's
like I snap on my wife all day. She's sick of that shit. You know what I'm saying? But, you know what I mean?
When I first started dating my wife, that was like the test. Was she brought me over to her house, and her whole family just fucking dogged me out for 3 days. And I took it and laughed and gave it back, and she was like, "Okay, he's a keeper. He's all right."
Yeah, me and PG, that's my best friend in the world. PG, I've known him so long that we don't remember when we met.
Wow.
You see what I'm saying? Like
y'all was kids.
Type of shit.
Y'all was kids, like
babies,
super
babies. You know what I'm saying? And now we're to the point where he's my firstborn's godfather, and I'm his firstborn's godfather.
That is dope.
Like we're close like that. You know what I'm saying? So when back to pro with the whole Dios es Amor thing, when he didn't mention none of that, that's why I was like, damn, it's a missed opportunity, pro, because that story right there is what matters to me. Is what matters. It's like, yo, we survived. My nigga, do you know what we were in? Like, I don't need to tell none of this shit on camera. If we go, personal, background information and shit like that, like the shit that we were in was dangerous. It was dark and deadly, and we survived that shit. And then not only survived it, came back around and produced something beautiful for the world to enjoy artistically, musically, visually. You know what I'm saying? Like sonically. Man, that to me that's the type of storyline that I'm interested in. And that's
and to do it on individual
paths
paths and then reconvene for one beautiful project.
Yeah, it's not about the tough guy shit. It's not about the shit that niggas went through in the street. It's about how we overcame and now where we're at with it right now. So when I look at PG, I look at him as my best friend in life, the godfather to my son, and then on top of that, we got one of the hardest fucking hip hop albums in the abyss.
Sure do.
And that's yet it's a hood gospel.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
It's a dope album, man.
Come on, bro. Like, only thing left is for me to come back out. And you know what I mean? Like, and do some shit that is on that level.
Well,
you know what I'm saying?
Why don't you curate an album, man? Why don't you do that? Even if you're not rhyming, even if you just want to do the art for it or something, man. I mean, even in this era that we're in right now. Yeah. No, but that's what I was going to say. Why don't you curate a whole album? Pick all the MCs that you want to do on it, or
pick
put on
producers.
Pick the producers, put them all together, and then pick the arts. And then you do the visuals, and whether you release singles, you just do random merch, a single and the merch, but you do it as a package deal, obviously, because you got to get yours on the back end. We gonna look out for you, don't worry. But no, that's what I'm saying. Like you obviously love this culture, and you obviously have such a depth of knowledge and a passion for a discernment, even is rather what I want to say, because you're able to sit and be like, oh yeah, this dude sounds like 98 pun when he do that or whatever. You know what I mean? Like you can put those references together. Man, curate something, man. Put something together. Put an album out, man. It'll be dope.
I would be lying to you if I told you that wasn't in the plan. You know what I'm saying? There's definitely things coming for the next year that are going to change how people look at what I do, differently. Because it's like, well, we're going to talk about curation. We're going to talk about this shit for real. You know what I mean? And how we picked it from thread to thread. You know what I'm saying? This sweater got put together from thread to thread. You know what I'm saying? So, because I come from the era where, and that's the beautiful part about Dios es Amor and shit. Was the last time that you heard a track play and end, and then you hear for 12 seconds an instrumental, right? The instrumental plays for like 10, 15 seconds, and then the next track starts.
Yep.
You see what I'm saying? Like that kind of shit, like daily operation, gangstar type shit.
Ooh.
No, facts.
You see what I'm saying?
Can't wait. This is sounding dope.
Yeah, like these are things that I know in my mind I can put together in a way that it's like people go back, play it, and it's like, this is how it used to really get done, but in a new, refreshing phase of it, not the stuck level of it. You know what I mean? Like,
right.
There's dudes that'll try to present that real hip hop, but it sounds stuck.
Yes, or stale.
For that I'd rather listen to the old shit.
And that goes back. Here we go. We found us a full circle moment, because that brings us back to, look, the past is the past. It ain't no more doing it like how it was done. We doing it like how it is right now. Shout out SD Nat. You know what I mean? Because he said that on this latest Naxaw Jim Duggan, and he said a line like that. He's like, "Yo, the past that happened already, man. You trying to do it the way that it was done, man. But we doing how it does right now. We doing how it goes, or
That's
something."
right.
His shit was way more beautiful than that, but the point is still the same. Yeah, man, we creating the history right now. We are writing the history as we walk. We are making this shit as it happens right now. We've evolved past the point of the golden era of the 90s era hip hop, and we love it. That's our foundation. We're the society, we're the civilization that's built on the bones of that. And we're building our own monuments. You know what I mean? That's it.
You don't want to fall into that trap where all you're doing is trying to recreate the 90s. It is perfectly fine to use that as an essence. To understand the core of it, but you have to create something new. And if you're not, you become stagnant, and then it just becomes bad knockoffs. I don't want a Gucci knockoff. I want the real shit.
There's a lot of bad. There was a lot of good music back in the day. There was a lot of bad music as well, and a lot of
course.
A lot of the stuff that tries to copy the '90s comes off as bad '90s music. But one of the things that is missing from music mainstream wise is they focus on songs and not albums. That's why you have people that last for 2 songs and they ain't there no more. Now, the people that we influenced by had good albums. Like they had good, sometimes so much that the single that came on the album was not your favorite song. Nowadays, you have the single or the song that's put out there, and that's the only good song on the album. Like, dang, that's bad. But curation, that's why when you said the thread, the albums that go together. Like my favorite albums, Water for Chocolate, Black on Both Sides, stuff like that. They got this R&B guy named Brahana. You know what I'm saying? Amazing music. I don't even know it's R&B, might be neo soul. I don't know what it is, but they had a lot of albums.
Water for Chocolate is criminally underrated, bro. For its artistic delivery and the way that Common just married to those Jay Dilla loops, and just that presentation in itself is totally underrated. But that's because of the timing. Because at the same time, art is only as good as its timing. You know what I mean?
True.
Like the movement. We had Marsburg, right, which came out in 2009, right? And I hear Marsburg and I'm like, okay, this is different, right? This dude got something going on, right? But then at the same time, Doom is repurposing Eating Food and Mad Villainy. So now you have a new generation that's listening to these sounds and are like, let me find something that sounds like this, and they bump into Rock Marcy, right? So then 2010 came, and there was like a small little drought, right? And I hope I'm getting the timeline right, but then
I think you're pretty close, definitely.
Right around 2011, Reloaded dropped. It was like 2011, 2010, right? Am I mistaken? Google's my friend. Hold up 1 second.
Yeah, go to the Googles.
Use your Googles.
Shout out to Googles. Sponsored by the Googles.
I got a shout out by
Give
Cardi
us some money,
Superior
Google,
again.
please.
God
damn, I feel good right now.
Man, I'm on that Mad Dog 2020.
Rock Marcy, this is why. And all right, November 13th, 2012. This is why to me it's like it was Rock Mars and Sean Price, because Mike Tyson came out that October in 2012.
Mike Tyson, one of the greatest albums there was, man. Shout out Sean Price. Remembered eternally,
bro. It was and that was a brutal assault of just rhymes, bro.
It was. Wait, hold on. Did you do that cover? Did you do the cover of Mike Tyson? Okay, I was about to say. Well, no, because Sean Price, that was one thing Sean Price, he was, I think, the kind of godfather of this era of ill art, if you ask me, because his album covers was always hit. Like, he always had a dope cover. Yeah, and his titles were dope. Monkey Bars, Mike Tyson,
Bars,
those two. Yeah, those
Jesus Christ Superstar.
Jesus Christ Superstar. Come on,
Price.
man. He was killing.
But you're talking about a guy that had an unbelievable sense of comedy and also style.
And that's my thing. Where the fuck in hip hop right now? We got the jewelry, we got the gangsters, we got the lean talk, we got the coke dealers. Where the fucking the funny niggas in the hood, bro?
Mickey,
the niggas that make you laugh all day, bro.
Mickey,
you know what I'm saying?
Let me go back to this.
Shout out.
And he still got luxury rap. You know what I'm saying?
That's true. But he tucks in some really funny fucking bars.
Sean Price.
Yeah, Sean Price had fun. He was
Sean Price dressed up as Nardwar, my G.
He really did.
Yeah, he did.
He
Remember when he did the weather woman forecast?
He presented Pharaoh Bonds with a Godzilla toy and said, "What does this mean to you?" And Pharaoh Bonds was like, "That's fucked up." And he's like, "What's fucked up?" And he was like, "Because this dude do shit out of me."
He used to fuck with people in bodegas and shit.
And it's that sense of comedy that's missing in hip hop, that lightheartedness. You know what I'm saying? Like, we don't have that. We don't have the militant minds. We don't have the conscious dwellers. And it's probably there, but it's not there on a level that it's like, per se, Public Enemy, or let's say, what's the brothers that came out in the early 2000s? Dead Prez. You know what I'm saying? With I'm an African, and I know what's happening.
Great album. Let's free.
Yeah. What's that shit? I went to school with some redneck crackers right around the top.
They dropped the Cactus album.
Like when you hear shit like that, it's like, holy shit! Like it raises the hair on your neck because it's like, whoa, somebody's saying something. And that shit doesn't exist right now. We missing that.
Hey, yo, Sep, I'm coming out again to punch niggas in the head. First line of the new album, I said I had to break up with my side chick because he was a squirter. My girl.
Why? Why would you do that?
My girl would find a wet spot.
That sounds illogical.
No. My girl would find a wet spot, and I ain't want to hurt her.
Oh, you had a
pussy
girl.
Was murdered. Yeah. I should have put some cut on this dick.
You said side chick. Sorry,
I had to break up with my side chick because he was a squirter. My girl would find a wet spot. And I didn't want to hurt her. Just the pussy was murdered. I should have put some cut on this dick. Now every time we talk, she says I make her sick. Yeah. So it's like everything. The first rhyme, like you said, really needs to be captivating to make you like be like, oh, I'm gonna listen to the rest of it.
Look. Don't spit that shit around your daughter, man.
Oh, yeah, you're right. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Put it on the roof, God.
Yeah,
put it on the roof, God.
Yeah. Yo, Gangland.
Oh,
Do the Gangland
thing. I'm gonna piss myself.
Do the Gangland thing. There you go. Gangland. Blur it out. Blur it out. Blur it out. Yeah, blur it out. Blur it out. Blur your face out. So you the Gangland.
Oh my God, guys.
Say, do.
I might literally have to take a pee break. Holy shit.
Boom. Did you make a poo-poo? I see you made a poo-poo.
Yeah, that's funny as hell, bro.
That's that
No poo-poo. Yeah, but yeah, it definitely. Sean Price had some of the most engaging rhymes. I can't think about Sean Price and not laugh sometimes, yo. Even when I met him, I thought,
he had so much style to the way he rapped.
But he's funny.
So no, but check this out, right? Because I was going somewhere with that, right? Where it's like, then those projects drop, and then there's silence, and there's radio silence. Right? And then out of nowhere, you get the Hitler 1.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's how it happened, pretty much.
I learned from that shit from reposts that Vinny Paz had put up.
Oh, shit. Shout out.
Shout out Vinny Paz.
Vinny Paz had put up the Hitler's theme video. And I'm like, oh, this shit is wild, bro. Like, what are we talking about here? You know what I mean?
We have to go back, though. But Rock Marciano, Sean Price hopped on the Snow remix. And that's how a lot of people got to rock. Because Sean Price was the king at one point in time. And that's what Rim had to tell us to reiterate. Sean Price was definitely the king of this shit.
Absolutely, it was the snow verse.
Okay, go ahead. My bad. I had to throw that in there. Pause.
No, that's a good point.
Yeah, no, that's definitely necessary because it is part of the transition there.
Yep,
that's how they got into him. That's how the rabbit hole. YouTube was just popping.
Yes, that's the breadcrumb trail.
Too. Yep. You know what I'm saying?
And then Dallas Penn, reached out to me because I had sent them some art. You know what I'm saying? And Sean Price, and he had showed it to Sean, and Sean was like, "Well, why is this? First of all, why is this shit not on the shirt? And where's mine?"
Right, fucking right, exactly. Yeah, I need my merch, bro.
Yeah, I got to work. You know what I'm saying? So, it's on a Rest of the Soul, Combat Jack. They had an interview with Duck Down Records.
R.I.P. Combat Jack.
During that, absolutely, man. Combat Jack, really one of the first people to say my name on the platform and really blow it up. Nice. On some next level shit, right? So they went to that show, they did the interview, and that's the interview where they exchanged the t-shirts, and I was doing, a little bit of art after that. But then the brother passed, right? And the way I say it is exactly the way it felt when it happened. It's like you woke up one morning and Sean Price wasn't a part of this anymore. You see what I'm saying? And the physical essence of it, right? So the show that was supposed to be for his release of songs in the key of Price turned out to be a memorial show.
Jeez.
And that's where I met Westside Gun. You see what I'm saying? So, to me, in my mind, that's not only where I met Westside Gun, that's also where I met Nelson Nutt. You know what I'm saying? One of the biggest supporters of the Abyss and hip hop movement in general, and he's just a great brother. And right there, I built two relationships, right, that took my life to the next level.
Mm-hmm. Right.
You see what I'm saying? And because of that, you got what you got now. You know what I'm saying? Everything happens for a reason. And, this may sound crazy and mad off topic or whatever, but I feel it has some relevance to it. I tell people all the time that it's like, Biggie's death and Tupac's death affect our timeline.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of the things that we did afterwards were in remembrance of them. Had they not
their passed, reflection points. Absolutely.
Those things wouldn't exist. Exactly. So the timelines will be different. You see what I'm saying? So,
wow.
It gets deep with me sometimes when I think about shit like that, because it's like from back there to here. You see what I'm saying? And now I'm here, and it's like I'm at a level where it's like, whoa, this is a little bit heavy-handed because a lot of people are talking about this shit as a masterpiece, and I'm looking at it like I just learned how to draw digital right now, like you know what I mean, like, and I just didn't want to fuck this man's face up, you know what I mean, like I gave it my all focus and every line and shit like that. So for people to come back and be like, this shit is a masterpiece, I kind of laughed a little bit because I know the weight of that word. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
I've seen masterpieces in the MoMA. You know what I'm saying? When you say the word masterpiece to me, I'm thinking Jean-Claude Basquiat and Pollock. You know what I'm saying?
We'll see. Look, here we go.
Francis Bacon.
You know what I'm saying?
Yep. See, this is another full circle moment, though, Sep, because
oh my God, what are you doing?
You're the type of person. Well, I'll tell you what I'm doing, Lukey. You're the type of person.
No, my bad. Sorry.
No, you don't have to apologize. We know you're talking to JC. But what I'm saying is that, Sep, you're the type of person that understood the assignment, like the chicks say. You understand what I'm saying? You're the type of person that said, okay, this is the weight of the task that I've been assigned when I had to do this drawing. I just didn't want to mess the man's face up. But also, again, here we go to the past. You realize that there are artistic forefathers that came before what you're trying to do. And the weight of what you're trying to do is going to be judged the same by future generations. Just like you previously spoke. When people talk about this time, they're going to hold up these pieces and be like, this art is what made me want to listen to this. You know what I mean? And you appreciate it because you appreciate. That's why you can tell when you're doing your job, when you're out here putting this work in, making these ill ass pictures, even though you just picked it up and you're like, yo, I just don't want to mess up. It's because you respect what you're doing. You respect the work that it takes to be an artist. And you don't want to fuck around because you know if these people are taking it serious, being an MC, being a producer, I got to take it serious with my art. That's all I gotta say, man. Keep doing what you fucking doing. I just recognized that. I didn't want to let that moment pass, man. I couldn't let that moment pass.
I'm with you.
And I appreciate this part of it because I need that. I appreciate you going back and re-highlighting
full circle.
You know what I'm saying?
You said a bunch of different things, bro.
Well, and I want to add to that real quick because it's not so somebody can have that. But not have the creativity that you bring to projects and the overall vision that you see before the project is started. You know what I mean? And that's something that you can't quantify. It's not something that anyone will understand unless they are that kind of creative person. But to take the ideas that you do and you know, in the sense of, you know, sometimes it's I'm going to take something that's, you know, reminiscent of the past, but put a new spin on it. Sometimes it's I'm going to take this style, but then on the next project, I'm going to take a completely different style. The creativity that you have is unquestionable, and it's something that I respect most about what you do.
Some of the pieces that you have created have, you know, made friendships. I'm walking downtown, and I'm wearing the Fly Guy hoodie, and all of a sudden I hear someone say "do," or boom, 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 boom. And like I was in Popeyes one time, and the dude kept on looking at me. I'm like, yo, am I gotta pull my pistol on this nigga? He walks up to me, and he's like, I have never seen one of those in real life, and I'm still in contact with that guy today. You know what I'm saying? All because I got dope. In the Don't Get Scared Now cover, like those covers, I am about 98% sure if those covers weren't there and they were regular covers,
they're different journey right now.
It wouldn't be this fly.
Different journey for us all.
I don't even know if it would even happen. Honestly, I don't think. If those covers weren't made, I don't think
you're absolutely right, Lukey.
It might have happened.
I hate speaking on it personally because it sounds like
that's no hate. That's real.
I don't want to toot my own horn and shit.
But it's not though. It's not.
Before you saw Griselda's face on the Mary Magdalene body.
I got that shirt with the kilo in their hand.
With the red kilo in the gap. You know what I mean? Like.
I didn't even know what that was until I looked at it like for fucking a month and a half, 2 months. I was like, oh shit, he's holding the key. I thought it was a fucking douchebag or some shit. I didn't know what the fuck it was.
Hey, here's the magical part though. It wasn't an album cover. You know what I'm saying?
Wow. Here we go again.
I drew that shit for merch.
Okay.
And the guard came
to me and
he was like,
the shirt.
Yeah, no, but before it became merch, it was idealistically something that was supposed to go on merch.
You know what?
It was supposed to be the album cover.
I kind of look at it like this.
I was like, yo, this Griselda shit is crazy. So I was in my creative mode, right? So boom, every time I would come home, I would try to figure something out and put something together. And then I was like, let me take her face and put her here and combine the elements that represent her but make it extremely sacrilegious because art should offend. You know what I'm saying? Art speaks louder when it offends.
You got to feel something.
You know what I'm saying?
No,
Exactly.
that's in the essence of the masters themselves. Absolutely.
I was like, let me put the bullet holes in her.
Here, man.
Let me put the bullet holes in her and all that shit, right? And keep the bright colors because I like bright colors. You know why I like bright colors? Because bright colors represent language. Bright colors represent connectivity. If things are dull, there's no connectivity there. There's no language there being spoken to you. You see what I'm saying? So you're just in the dark.
Man.
So
we need to charge like college fees for these episodes. But keep going, man. Come on.
Everything for me is bright colors. But if you look at her crown, in the crown it says CEP. That shit was my piece.
Oh, yeah. I got it. Yeah, I remember you had put a video up about. No, there was a post, and then you zoomed in. You zoomed in on your initial. I never saw that.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I had the hoodie that I went back.
And
I was like,
oh, snap,
really?
I did it in a way to try to really hide it. You know what I'm saying? But it says, I'm looking at her because she's right up there on my wall and shit, but it's right at the top of the crown, at the crescent of the crown, and it says CEP. But in a weird letter style.
You snuck it in there. Pause.
Hey, yo, not even. It wasn't even stuck. It wasn't even stuck in there. It was because this is my mind, and I was like, this would be a dope merch piece that we could put out, and it represents me, it represents them. And he came up to me, and he was like, he texted me, and then he's like, yo, call me. So I called him, and when we talked on the phone, he was like, this is the cover that I got for the Don't Get Scared project, but it's not gonna work because there was a Mexican cartel nigga with like 90 knives in his face. You know what I'm saying? And he's like, this shit ain't gonna work for the cover. He's like, you got stuff for me. And I send him that. You know what I'm saying? And when when he looked at it, he was like, fucking perfect. I had it in red though, with the red background, like the fly god. And he was like,
that's the shirt I got. I got the red one, the Chicago version.
Yeah. He said, give me yellow. Put yellow back there. I put the yellow. And that's what it is, bro.
That's dope.
Hey, hold on. Before we move forward from that, can I just say that piece, number one, I love it. It was one of the ones I had to have. I didn't even realize it was you until you just explained it right now. But that piece, to me, I thought it was PQ because of the design, like the hints of it. Has that kind of that lining that he does that is similar to his style. It's not, but now that you say it's yours, I can look at it and be like, this isn't a PQ piece. But for all this time, I always thought it was PQ had done the piece. I'm sitting here looking at the picture now. I Googled it and I see the SEP in the crown. I mean,
I didn't know
crazy.
no PQ when that dropped
upstairs.
I didn't know that it was even a. I didn't know
any artist when it dropped. But what I'm saying is after the fact and after I had seen PQ's pieces coming out and stuff as the art that he did, I was like, oh yeah, he probably did that cover too. Because the style, just with the squigglies, reminds me of the etching. Maybe that's the proper term. Don't crucify. I'm no artist. I don't know the words. But it's still ill. I hope that's not an insult to confuse with that, but I think PQ's dope too. So I figured it was the same thing,
The fly guy,
in my personal opinion, that line work and shit that you're talking about, the connectivity inside of the crown and shit, I feel it's like it's the most mimic style out there. You know what I'm saying? When it comes to things that I've put out as far as like artwork goes, you know what I'm saying? A lot of dudes come and they're like, oh, I'm influenced by you. Oh, look at this. I did this. And it's just a rehash of the Fly God or a rehash of the Don't Get Scared Now.
Oh, and I can see that.
They do it in their own style, but they try to emulate that brushstroke. And that brushstroke is the fine point to point end on it was an Adobe Draw. You know what I mean? And it was one of the first pens that I used when I was making artwork for Freddie Gibbs. Because before I made artwork for Westside Gun, I was doing artwork for Freddie Gibbs, and then Freddie Gibbs got caught up in that case in Australia.
The rape case.
Austria.
Austria.
Austria, and then that shit just dissolved.
We're not the Aussies. We like you, Aussies. You ain't putting cases on random men.
Dissolved after that, but yeah, that was it. You know what I mean? Like, that's something that I've been doing for years, and this is exactly why I told Carl not too long ago. When people ask me to describe my art style, I tell them I'm on Bruce Lee shit with it. You know what I'm saying? My art style is water. You know what I'm saying? I don't stick to one thing, bro, because not everything should look the same.
And his martial arts style was the same. His martial arts style was an amalgamation of all of the best aspects of different types of martial arts to create something that was efficient and fluent.
Westside Gun's album cover shouldn't look like Hush Kingpin's. Hush Kingpin's album cover shouldn't look like Crime Apple.
No,
you see what I'm saying? So I have a problem when I'm going, because I would have an issue if Illmatic looked like Reasonable Doubt. I would have an issue if Entered the Wu-Tang looked like Ready to Die. Ghostface had that issue only built for Cuban Links. He's like, I don't want to see niggas look like me on no album.
No album cover.
Album.
Niggas get on Biggie album.
You see what I'm saying? So no knock to no other nigga, but if all you rapper niggas are going to go get a fucking art cover from the same artist, where's your originality?
There hardly is any originality.
There is no originality. That shit's fucking right. That shit is dying. That shit is dying slowly. So now you're going to the same person, getting the same album cover, everybody looking the same. So how am I supposed to differentiate the music? How am I supposed to differentiate the feeling?
It hardly is different, though. I mean, but that's okay, because that's not okay. But a lot of people are creative. They just mash stuff up together to have their little own, like, I guess, piece of rap. A lot of people are creative, period. There's more whack rappers than good rappers. I mean,
but that's the same thing with art. There's more whack artists than good ones. True indeed. There's some album covers out there that dudes is like, oh my God, this is this fucking girl, and I'm looking at it like, where? How? Okay, to each your own, but no, don't try to feed that shit to me like that. I didn't try to feed y'all niggas my shit that way.
Okay,
you know what I'm saying?
If I can correlate it to rappers or producers, so to speak, I've often picked out certain producers that can produce for multiple different rappers, and it will sound very different on the soundscape, but always sound like them. I'll point out Eddie Kane on A Tree Grows in Brooklyn with Big Ghost.
Fucking right.
He had many different styles on that, but they were all Eddie Kane.
Right. Sure were.
So you are one of those artists that can give me so many different styles, but it always feels like Sepp. And that's not something that everybody's going to be able to do. And there are some people that are going to be Renoir, and that's what they can do, and they're not going to ever be Picasso. And that's cool. They can be very talented in what they do, and it's one style. But you are a special talent, and sometimes it's difficult to be a special talent and look at others. But I know you always have respect for a lot of different artists. But not everybody's going to have that ability to be able to say, this is what I'm putting into this, and it's going to be very much this style, and that's what it is. But then in this project, it really deserves something completely different. So I'm going to draw from these other elements and put this together because that's what works. You have the ability to do that because of your talent level.
Yeah, and a lot of my information also comes from the music itself. Because like Nas said back in the days, no idea is original. It's starting to look to the sun.
Yep.
You see what I'm saying? We're all going to take from something and borrow from somewhere, but it's how you make it your own. You know what I'm saying? If you're mimicking me to try to look like me, to try to get what I got, then you're in it for the wrong fucking reasons, my man.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
Palette, but your palette for life is greater than a lot of people. Oh, because you like a lot of different things, a lot of different genres. I could compare it to this. This would be a skit. Chicken finger niggas. Nigga gonna go to Ruth's Chris and like just order chicken fingers. Like, boom.
Talk your shit, Lukey.
You got all this stuff on the joint to eat, but you want to order chicken fingers, my nigga? Like, that's all you want to eat? But I like a lot of different food. You know what I'm saying? Like, I know you like a lot of different genres of music. A lot of different, like a lot of different things. And you mash that together, you got a great, not buffet, because buffets are cheap, but you got a great, you got a lot of things to pull from. A lot of people don't like that. A lot of us, I'm going to say it, don't get mad all out there. A lot of black people think that you only can rap about 2 or 3 things: girls and drugs and killing people, I guess. You know what I'm saying? And so when if you want to
be a part of that mainstream system, that's all you can do.
And they don't make good music though.
If you want to make true music, if you want to be artistic, then you got to touch from other things. You know what I mean? You got to be able to have different experiences and shit. I have artists that I talk to. I haven't talked in the DMs in a while. I fucking hate my DMs, and I think I'm really gonna stop answering my DMs as of next year. But because I still got shit to answer to. But some of these dudes would be like, "Yeah, I fucking hate such and such's music." Or I hate R&B, or I can't understand when people tell me they hate R&B. God knows,
what you gonna fuck to?
Do that.
Yeah,
you must not like women.
Ice cream.
You must not never been in love.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
you must be a misogynist.
You never felt a titty before, huh? What does it feel like? A bag of sand? Tell me more.
Not even that. Like R&B is not only the sexuality. It touches on relationships with family. So it's like you can have an R&B song that represents your children or your mother. You know what I'm saying? It's like you never had those feelings before. You know what I mean? Like,
just understand, some people need hardcore techno.
Oh,
yeah.
Maybe they're into shites and porn or something. I don't know.
I'm not fucking the Mind Force. I'm not getting my dick sucked to Mind Force. You know what I'm saying?
I know back in my days, I didn't want to hear my beat when I was on ecstasy. I wanted to hear some techno.
That's a fact, though.
That's too dark and scary for X.
Yeah. So that realistic shit, like you want to hear some party shit right now, you know?
Yeah. Although I did hear some Portishead once. When I was rolling, man, that shit was like the most epic experience. I was riding down an expressway and the shit. Portishead, the
shit kicked in.
Yeah, that shit kicked in. Right, yeah, it kicked in. And the album just came on.
Which one? Portishead?
No, it might have been Dummy. It might have been Dummy. It was either Portishead, or it was Dummy. I'm not sure. It was one of the two, the real albums. And it was the first song on it.
Third was a real album too, man. Get out of here.
I don't rock with the third one personally, man.
Third was great.
I'm a Portishead album 1 and 2 dude.
I agree. The third one is where everybody started dropping off.
I didn't drop off.
There was one song on there that might have been wrong. The first two albums,
no
back
skips.
to front.
No skips. No skips on freaking third. Check it out. I had a CD Walkman.
Really? I gotta check that out.
I had CD Walkman walking up not Central Drive, North Harrison, going back home.
Oh wow!
You know what I'm saying?
You used to live out there? I guess you did say you used to live
Sketchy.
That's cool.
Yeah.
I worked on North Harrison.
Yeah, I was on North, Memorial right there. Memorial, North. I was walking home.
447, son.
And I was terrified. I was truly scared. I didn't have that feeling since the 31st side for my beep. I played the 31st side, get big, run wild. I was literally listening to that beat. And I was like, "Whoa, what the fuck? The demon gonna come out and kill me?" I had that same feeling. The same feeling when I heard that first song for it's not Threads. It's Portishead third, the first song. On Machine Guns too. Bruh, holy shit. I was scared. And then the beat drops off and you hear the girl sing. I'm like, I had a butterfly knife. And I was sneaking in my hand like this right here. I had a butterfly knife and I had it open. If I have it down like this, I'll be walking because it was kind of cold too. So I'll walk and the butterfly knife be down in my pant like this so I could stab somebody like that. You know what I'm saying? If I had to stab them, I had a plan.
Right.
Anyway, yeah, word. Yeah, but y'all got to go back to that third album for Portishead, yo. You did, the people did drop off after that though. I can't front, they did, but I loved it. Yeah. My daughter just threw out all the balls of her little car. The balls, pause. There's so many balls on the ground. I just had to sit there and just let her do it, man. Fuck. Yeah, sort of. Oh, she said, stop it. You heard that? My bad. Yo, chill. All right, cool. Yo, don't embarrass me. Sepputin's on here. I'm not a... Yeah. Y'all gonna call the people on
This is a big time podcast. Don't you understand?
This is a major... This is episode 100. What's wrong with you, Lucy Cage? Get it together.
Hey, yo, I never heard her say stop when I do some dumb stuff. I'm like, yeah. There's no.
She just accepts it. She's like, okay, daddy juice, whatever.
I even got the architect right here. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, word?
You know what that is right there?
I can't see it.
The architect of rock and roll, man.
I can't see it.
This was one of
Robert Jackson?
This was one of the pieces that I presented at my gallery. It's the last one that I got. Little Richard, baby.
Little Richard, yeah.
Oh, rest in peace.
Absolutely.
Well, you see what I did there?
Is he dead?
He got a gun.
I put him on Elvis Presley's body.
That's dope.
Oh, that's dope.
Andy Warhol had done an Elvis Presley piece called The Sheriff. And I put Little Richard's head on top of it and removed Elvis Presley because this...
It's about time someone stole rock and roll back from him.
Yeah, this is the architect right here, baby. You know what I'm saying? So I'm all about giving credit to the originals. I'm all about keeping the story the way that the story is.
It's always supposed to be.
Not convoluting it or switching it around to
gentrifying it.
Yeah,
no gentrification.
Bullshit, you know, but that's what it's all about to me because it's painful to watch when people change the story, when people change the timeline. There's a lot of things get lost in the essence, and a lot of people lose their respect for their hard work and their credit for their hard work. You know,
indeed. And trick knowledge reigns supreme now. You can actually put anything anyway. I remember, I think somebody, Dead Press said in 100 years they're gonna have Martin Luther King and Malcolm X white. Yeah, you can say anything. Going back to I'm open up a fresh wound. That's not even a wound, man, because he wounded himself. What's that nigga name? AP the Overlord. He said that he posted dang, yo, what you do that for?
We almost made it.
I'm telling you, I was so past it.
So he posted.
No, but it's a full circle moment. It makes sense. Go, Lukey. I believe in you, Lukey. Go for it.
He posted a clip saying, "Sting versus Flair. They could never try to be us." And he insinuated they were talking about Mickey and Pro, but the Sting versus Flair album came out, I think, in 2021. But the Hitlers that came out, Hitler 7, I believe, came out in 2019. So he couldn't have been talking about Mickey and Pro. But a la Preem, AP the Overlord said, Westside Gun already addressed this, that they ain't them. I'm like, no, that's trick knowledge because you're saying this, but other people that would have researched that would be like, yo, Westside Gun dissed these guys. That's true trick knowledge. Like, holy shit. Like, I don't fuck with it. I like the truth. The truth can be told one way. A lie can be told 137 billion trillion ways. I only rock with the truth. You know what I'm saying? And trick knowledge is the worst thing you could, especially to our children. They don't know what the fuck to believe now, yo. So
that's a fact. Yeah. The truth, the value of the truth has definitely declined in this era that we in right now, man. Me and my brother and my cousin, we were just talking about this, man. Like there's clips that go on YouTube and TikTok and all this shit that'll say all the most egregious facts. Like, did you know that the moon actually has a city on the other side? And did you know that the weight of water is actually the same as gold? And this is why they don't want to let you pay your taxes on time. It's all these, and they are putting them out here. There's been such an influx of falsehoods and lies that have been represented as the truth and legitimized as the truth. Even if you look at when Donald Trump was running and him talking all that silly shit when he was president, or back to George Bush even, because that's really when it started, when they killed Iraq off of the lies, right? When they started all of the wars off of that shit. Since that moment, since 2001, let's just use that as a convenient guideline, the value of truth has been steadily declining to now where we are. People are just saying random facts like, yeah, I'm the dude who invented the television. What? Is that real? Yeah, I've been actually living in hiding. And somebody will believe him. It's crazy.
But Sephardi, you are the truth, bro. You know what I'm saying? The truth will set you free.
You are the truth.
Back,
you're the truth.
Like I said, your prominence and your, I guess, staple on this genre of music. Like I said, I did not really. Yeah, okay, cool. I got the Griselda Ghost, but when the merch came out with the Fly God and shit on there on Champion stuff, that's when I was sold and I was a diehard fan. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, that shit right there. Yo, he got people wearing Hitler hoodies. I mean, yeah, but the stamp right there to go on, you're a huge part of this, and it wouldn't. Like I said, I don't think it would happen. I don't. If those album covers weren't iconic like that, you would have created really Wu-Tang symbols for us in this genre. You really did, and it can't. Hey, what you interrupting my interview for, man? What does that mean?
You run the house.
What's wrong with you? What's wrong with you, JC? It's episode 100, man. Come on, we doing something.
Say hi to Sephardi.
Hey, Princess. How you doing?
Say how are you?
Oh, look at that smile.
Say how you?
Peace, Queen.
What?
Is your father teaching you lessons?
Oh yeah, I'm trying to, but she just comes back with a. When you plan on
teaching her the 1 and 10?
Hey yo, boom, we kind of there a little bit, but she don't really. I don't think she's really comprehending.
She ain't ready for that.
Yeah, but here's the deal. But she can count to 20. No.
6 and up, right?
She can count to 20 skipping numbers. She can count to 20 skipping numbers already. Those are ABC skipping letters. She's 26 months, I think. So she's kind of. Are you sad? So she's kind of there. Yeah, it's not my side of the baby, Seth. It's not my side of the baby doing this right here.
Get out of here. You're
smart. It's not. Shut up. Nah, it's definitely not my side.
You think I'd do 100 episodes with a dummy?
Yeah.
I would do 100 episodes with a dummy? Fuck no.
Yeah.
One of the things I love about both of you were you were just so fucking brilliant, like fucking hilarious.
I mean, Primo Jazz more brilliant than me. Bro, yeah, fuck that, yo. I'm just the funny guy on here.
I'm just happy to be here.
That's definitely what I appreciate from the show is that you guys all bring different knowledge to this. All right, Primo has a more articulate way of speaking and is very, very intricate. Has a very intricate and pays attention to the details very sharply. And then Carl will bring the common sense, the nobility.
Yes, that's facts. The common sense, that's sad.
Yeah, he brings the common sense, the nobility, and the respect for the culture and what people do. And then Lukey Cage, he'll bring the knowledge and then throw in a fart joke, a dick joke.
Yep. Facts.
And a decent reference to somebody's mother, and then end it with a pause. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You know what I mean? But he does it with a timing that you understand that there's an intelligence there, because you can't be funny. You can't be funny without timing. You know what I mean? So,
I bring the nigga shit.
Yeah.
But he got so much knowledge behind what he says too, though. That's the crazy part.
Let me tell you, I took a hiatus in 2018 because after 2017, shit just got crazy for me, right? Mm-hmm. So in 2018, I took a hiatus from the art shit and came back in 2019. The first project that I listened to in 2019 was Aguardiente by Ghost
Crime Apple.
Crime Apple
joint.
And I used to follow Big Ghost's journalism.
On the blog,
his album reviews and shit on the blogs and shit.
Absolutely.
He used to make me die laughing, like in tears.
That man has a way with words, bro. Has a way with words.
So when I heard Aguardiente, when I was listening to the skits, I thought that was Big Ghost talking.
Yeah. Wow.
You see what I'm saying? Because the comedy was on that level that I remember the blogs. You know what I'm saying? Like the way that he would verbalize like it was Ghostface talking. You know what I'm saying? So I'm listening to those skits and shit, and I'm laughing so hard, and the beats are just crazy, and Crime Apple was just losing his fucking mind lyrically on this thing that I was like, all right, I gotta come back to it. You know what I'm saying? So I gotta thank you, Luki. You know what I'm saying, for really fucking putting the battery in my back pause and giving me that recharge that I needed, man. Because those kids, man, I hadn't laughed like that in a long time, bro. Like,
thank you.
Shout out to the skit god.
They were just married to the songs beautifully. Like, Big Ghost did a perfect job putting that together, which leads me to my next part. That it's like, let's give Big Ghost all the flowers in the world. I don't know if he'll ever do an interview with anybody via text or phone call. So since that's in question, I would want to use this moment right now to tell Big Ghost, thank you for Griselda Ghost. Thank you for Cocaine Beach. Thank you for Aguardiente. Thank you for fucking what's the other part? Him and Vic Spencer.
Van Ghost with Uncle John. Uncle John, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And then all the
ghost
joints.
of whatever that with Vic Spencer. You're right. Yep.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying. And then of course
all the new joints with UFO feed.
Oh, the Ghost of Ibizu. Excuse me. One night in Marrakesh or 2 nights in Marrakesh.
Even his one night in Marrakesh. Even his patience and ability to not fucking go off and break niggas' jaws during that Ghostface album that he put out. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I got the hoodies.
Preach.
That was a painstakingly experience to put together. But I just, I don't want to ramble. I just want to say, when we're talking about curating, when we're talking about putting together and introducing and bringing first to the game, when we're talking about beats, when we're talking about album art, when we're talking about who's the first time you heard this rapper and on what beats, we got to represent Big Ghost, bro. We got to give Big Ghost his flowers and let 100%. Everybody know that motherfucker right now is the lead of the Abyss, in my personal opinion. Many people may have their others, but it wasn't until I heard Griselda Ghost that I understood that there was a Griselda in existence. I did hear the Hitler's theme prior to it, but Griselda Ghost introduced me to everything. You see what I'm saying? And it brought 100%. That shit to the game. It should drop before Fly God. It should drop before everything. You know what I'm saying? So, true, and that's no knock on nobody. I'm just giving credit where it's due, man. Big Ghost, because of his anonymity, he's not able to cash out on that respect.
True indeed.
As easily as we can. I could step up and tell somebody, I fucking did that shit. Don't listen to them. That's my piece. You know what I'm saying? He can't do that like we can. So, yeah, I really want to give the brother his respect, his flowers, and thank you, Big Ghost.
You're 100% right.
Thanks,
our second episode was Give Flowers to Big Ghost, and there's a specific reason. You're dealing with somebody that continually gives to this culture. With his blog and his website was insane. With the unique merch that he drops, insane. Right. The soundscapes that he creates and the fact that he's constantly breaking us on new artists that are on the come up. He seems to be the first one that's really, really given them that kind of exposure. But then also he starts going into the art, and he's always been a big supporter of yours because he's a huge fan of your work. Absolutely. But, I will say that, the secondary cover that he did for Gucci Ghost was fucking beautiful.
Love
you know
Gucci
what I mean?
Ghost.
Like the triple black diamonds. There's so many different pieces that he's done that are fucking incredible. So, he has all of these different aspects that he's not just good at, but great at. And I would almost think that if the anonymity wasn't so important to him, and I understand why, I could imagine if he decided to pick up a mic, he'd blow everyone's fucking mind.
Awesome. Probably one of the illest rappers ever, yeah.
Probably. I wouldn't doubt it.
I know for a fact, I don't know for a fact anything about that brother, but I know he's older than us. So he's probably in between the age of 38 to 50 because he loves Public Enemy.
Let's not put too many pieces into the puzzle for anybody.
Yeah, but he did say once all this shit is over with.
He's Carl? Is that what you're saying?
Save the figuring out for somebody else.
No.
Because I want that nigga coming at me like, yo, y'all niggas trying to help me on your shit. What are you doing, man?
No big ghost. We'll never tell. We'll never tell.
Remind me about this. Hey, Seth, remind me about this when we stop recording because I got something I got to ask you. But anyway, go.
He told me, said, once all this abyss shit is over, we'll sit down. And I know he probably has children because I always used to send those fucked up videos to everybody about people getting fucked up and hit by cars and struck by lightning and stabbed and shot and shit like that. And he said, you can send me any video, you know what I'm saying? But don't send me nothing with kids. Don't send me nothing with kids. I ain't had no kid at the time. Now I totally understand why. You don't want to, have my kid. I'd be terrified, man.
That shit is energy. Bro.
Yes,
and you don't want that energy around your children, bro. Like,
hell no.
Yo, I used to love horror movies. I don't even watch them in the house anymore. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't want that energy around my children and shit. You know what I'm saying? So
we was watching Batman, and she was like moving or asleep and waking up. I'm like. And I was like, you know what? No more Batman. Even though she sits there attentively, like.
She's soaking it up. She is.
She there.
A little too early. Some dark subject
but
matter.
It was Batman the animated series, so it was not that bad, bro. But still,
bro, I go as deep as the other day. I told my sister, she's like, "You pay for YouTube Premium?" I'm like, "Yeah, absolutely." She's like, "Why?" And I'm like, "Because my child could be watching some shit, and out of nowhere, here comes the promo for Pennywise's It 3 and shit."
Oh my gosh!
You know what I mean? Like out of no fucking where. So I pay for the premiums just so the ads don't jump out on his ass. Like,
that's smart.
You got to think for your children, man. You got to think for your kids.
Yeah.
Word up. Low key, I ain't seen no weird previews yet. We be watching Bluey all day, son. I ain't seen it yet. What you were coming in for, like stumping in there like that? What that mean?
You said Bluey?
Yeah, Bluey. Bluey is the parents on Bluey are like amazing parents. That they probably have like part-time jobs. They to do that.
I ain't seen no parents have that much fun with their kids in real life ever.
Australians, huh?
That's funny. Oh shit! He said,
as somebody without kids, I appreciate that comment so much.
Don't like their kids like that. Parents
let them get away with too much,
now.
Man.
Just shit their pants. Like, that's real.
They be getting the kids getting away with too much. I'm saying, but
the most for my mom was her teaching me how to cook a pot of rice. So anyway, and that's so because her shit was like, in case you don't marry nobody, you don't fucking starve.
Exactly. I was taught the same thing about cooking and ironing.
Rice.
My mom was like, you're going to be able to take care of yourself. Right. I don't know if you're ever going to get married. So
my dad taught me how to make breakfast food for women. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, when you wake up,
was a player.
I think my dad was. I can't say that. My sister be watching some of these. Anyway, see how I know I'm gonna say pimp.
I don't know if he's gonna see this because towards the end of whatever. But another shout out to my man DJ Muggs and the Soul Assassin. This is a very delicious wine.
I killed half a bottle of this.
You guys knocked it out the park with this one. Notes and tones.
Yeah.
I killed half a bottle of rum. Man. I'm fucked up.
My cup is empty as well.
I'm twisted right now. I'm usually a happy drunk, but I'm a tired drunk today because I've just been doing so much. But I've been going through a lot the past 3 months. So bear with me, man.
But little man,
this is already going to go down as one of my favorite podcasts ever. Honestly,
we actually, my boy is good, man. He actually has been diagnosed with asthma, so but we're doing what we're doing for him, and he's a strong little boy, and we're gonna get through all this shit. You know what I mean?
It's manageable. Indeed,
I just want to say that I appreciate everybody's patience, understanding, and knowing that I'm not Nemus and Marcus. I'm not fucking Lord and Taylor. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is not a big factory production. When I get the shit over here, my wife is the only one shipping because when she's not shipping, I'm watching the kids and taking care of dinner, things of that nature. You see what I'm saying? Like, this is a family startup. So I really appreciate the patience, the understanding, and everybody who actually supports me even through all the bullshit, because I've actually stopped any type of new drops until I got all this shit under control. You know what I'm saying? And now that I do, I feel confident in coming out with some new drops, because I felt it was an insult to people to come out with drops and then this is not figured out yet. You know what I'm saying? So everybody looking at it like, why are you still taking money and you still ain't, you know what I mean? Like, that's just wrong. So,
it's a mark of a righteous person right there. It's a mark of a righteous person right there.
As a fan, and somebody that bought, some of that merch, I will tell you, for me, it's more important that you communicate, and you've done that a number of different ways, because not only did you include it in a post and talk about the merch and the fact that you were having some difficulties and you appreciated the patience, but you also went live, which I was fortunate enough to catch. And, when you communicate,
emails and DMs and all that, bro.
It allows us to understand that you're sincere and that shit happens. Shit happens for all of us. We all go through shit. Yeah. It's when people don't say anything and they ghost messages or they ignore people, that people start to get unhappy with the artist, and you haven't been one of those. So, I give you, again, a lot of respect for the way you've handled the issues that have happened and just being so vocal about it, as somebody, like I said.
Sorry to cut you off, but I haven't hit everybody up because I can't, it's fucking impossible. And some people will hit me up and I answer them 5-6 days later and shit like that. But this is a one of, you know what I mean? Because we figured out what was wrong and how to take care of this going forward, so we don't have to deal with it again. So I'm assuring anybody who's paying attention at this point that it's a one of situation. And man, I'm also a consumer. So I know what it means to purchase something and then that shit not show up and you thinking to yourself, okay, dude, what's going on? You know what I mean? So communication is key and respect is key. So I'm also not going to tolerate motherfuckers going in my, because my wife oversees the email, right? And she handles the logistics on that end, right? So when she's
always very professional. I've gotten some emails from her. Always professional.
Yeah. So when she opens the email and she sees somebody, refer to me as a faggot because they didn't get their fucking shirt. You know what I'm saying?
That was that word I mentioned earlier.
Yeah. And then they have,
that's what I thought too. That's what I thought.
Yeah. And then they have no clue as to what I could possibly do to this person for just calling me that in my face. So they're getting away with it because, you know, they're wherever the fuck they're at in the world. You know what I mean? And it's like, and I told Ghost, I'm like, these fucking Mickey Diamond fans, bro, some of these guys are out of line sometimes.
They're serious.
Like, they're serious about
They're
this
passionate.
shit.
The asshole in me. Asshole in me, you don't know how bad, after seeing that in the live and you had talked about it, I wanted to send you an email so bad calling you that, but I was like, well, really, your wife is going to see it and she's going to feel really upset and probably not get the joke that it's me. So I didn't do it, but I wanted to so bad.
Yeah, because I honestly don't. What happened?
I have a question. JC, down there. So this the person actually purchased a shirt and that you have their address and they called you a faggot?
I have their phone number.
Not everybody on the internet is smart, Mookie.
I have their IG page. And
Here
luckily
you go.
for you know what I'm saying? And luckily for them,
just when I thought we were out.
You know what I mean? Like,
oh my God, that is so. They gotta be young and all.
And you see how Carl's laughing? You see how Carl's laughing? That's how my wife was laughing because it's like, yo, they have no idea who the fuck you are, bro. Like, I know this shit would have happened in real life, bro. Like, yeah,
it'd be crazy if they live down the street, though. That's the best part. They must live down the street.
It's crazy out there, bro.
That is some wild shit.
I'm way too drunk for this.
Sucks to be them.
Remember on Jay and Silent
just
Bob?
drunk enough.
That's right. That's right.
Remember when Jay and Silent Bob at the end of the show, they got everybody's address and went and beat them up?
Yes.
That shit was hilarious.
Yes. Show up at their door, ring the doorbell.
Yeah, they just read the comment.
That's crazy.
Are you
user such and such and such? Yeah.
You have their address, Instagram, and he's being disrespectful. And after that, they probably, when they get their shirt, they're probably going to be like, yeah, man, I'm sorry. I've been a big supporter.
Of course.
Blah, blah.
Okay, I want that.
I overreacted a little bit.
I want that as a cartoon series.
You know how many people have done that? That they'll go off and then they'll be like, I've been a supporter from day one. And after they rile you up, then they want to, de-escalate like the situation. It's like, we're already here, bro.
Shit.
You know, like,
why didn't you start at 3 instead of 10?
This far for nothing.
I want a cartoon series that's Sep traveling the land, like ringing people's doorbells and kicking asses of people that said shit online. But it'd be like in that Hulk series, kind of like with Banner. So you'd have the lonely music as he'd kind of feel bad after beating the shit out of a nerd. So they play that Lonely Man song as he's walking out of the town, going to the next town. Like, yeah.
Hey, yo, it'll be drawn like Primal.
I love that
song. On HBO with the dinosaur.
Yep.
I like that show. Yeah, that Primal shit is raw.
I'm telling you, that's $1 million really idea. Sad. Somebody needs to pick that shit up. That'd be great.
It's always sad.
Really sad.
Did you call me a faggot? Kid. Yeah, am I a faggot now? Do, and then you're just walking out of town. Do.
Can you send us that guy's Instagram page? I ain't gonna say that.
Anyways,
I just want to see. Okay, that's one of the reasons why
we've had
I saw 100. We're better than this.
Yeah,
stay positive. This in '99, man. Come on.
That's the reason why. But that's the reason why we did the Reddit episode.
Yeah, he got his frustration off, and it is what it is. Like,
it is what it is, man.
I know in real life it would have happened, so. Just leave it
maybe
at that,
I would just wipe your ass with this shirt and send it to him. Don't tell him though. I probably shouldn't have said it.
I canceled him. He one of the dudes that I canceled.
Oh, he canceled it? Man, it sucks to be him. He's gonna miss out on this art piece in 20 years.
I'm gonna rep it as soon as it comes on. I'm gonna put it on the podcast.
Yeah, our website traditionally doesn't do refunds because everything we do is one-of and exclusive drops, and we don't go back and rehash and reproduce. You know what I'm saying? So once it's out there, and that's it. But he was the exception to the rule, man. I was like, nah, I'm not gonna. You don't deserve to walk around with my artistic representation. You know what I mean? Because
Right.
Another part, the part that people are missing about this is that this is not a Mickey Diamonds drop. This is not a big ghost drop. Even though his IP is on the image, this is what I brought to the table artistically for that project. So you supporting the shirt is you supporting my part of the investment in the art, so
100%.
That's dope. That's a great way to look at it.
Not investment, but
your contribution. Your contribution.
Yeah. You're supporting my contribution to this album. So, like if you go back and you listen to the ads, there's no Mickey Diamond lyrics. It's just the instrumentals. Right. And then,
but 100% supported by Mickey and Big Ghost, because I know they both share the stories.
That's exactly what I was just
because they're dope individuals, both of them.
But Mickey Diamonds and Big Ghost did show their support in it, you know what I mean, and understood what the direction was, and that. And I hope
this is an official thing. This ain't fugazi.
This ain't homeboys trying to fucking press up T-shirts so they can eat tomorrow type shit. Like,
this ain't nothing like that. Exactly. That's why the quality and everything that you were saying before about the hold up makes even more sense, because your name's going out behind this pack and you want to make that impression. You understand the task that you've been assigned or that you're choosing to undertake. This is it. You want you're like, look, this is my name on this. This is my work. This is my interpretation of this project. And here you go. And hey, man, I can't wait. Just like Carl said, I'm going to be wearing mine as soon as I get it. I'm just glad I got the flea joint that I get to wear in between, because I wanted to make sure I had something to wear while you were on this episode, man, because it's a prestigious event, man. You know what I mean? You one of them ones, man. You keeping this thing, you legitimizing this era, and that's one of my favorite things about right now is that, like, we've been able to rub shoulders and chop it up with the foundational forces and creators of this time in history, man. It's fucking amazing, 100%. Man. It's dope, man. And like you said, man, I did my investment, man. I'm gonna have my art pieces in 20 years. My son is gonna wear my t-shirts and people gonna be like, yo, where you get that shirt from? It's like,
Absolutely.
Yeah, exactly.
Absolutely.
Because this is a special time.
Vintage shirts now.
Exactly. That's why I did it.
Know what I mean? So it's like these things have the SEP label, the SEP print on the back of the neck, and it's original.
Who got
art.
an OG Fly Guy shirt? Who got an OG Fly Guy shirt? Exactly. Exactly.
You do.
I mean, and it got the little wear and tear to it because the ink on it was so heavy that when you wash it, it looks even better and weathered. Yeah, you can't. Come on, you can watch. 15 years from now, that shirt gonna be worth like 10 grand.
15 years now, we'll still be on top.
My son just gonna be wearing it. He just gonna be wearing it, just running around.
And that was the Lord trying to just figure things out at that time. You know what I mean? Like,
yep.
So you see the thought process, you see the work process, so everything, man. But I don't know if this is how long you guys were planning on going with this, but
we've been here, we've been potted.
I wanted to make sure that I didn't leave out that October 13th, Friday the 13th of this year, I'm going to have my second gallery featuring Bernard Rollins and Lord NMF. And,
nice. Shout out Lord NMF. That's a good one.
Yeah, as we speak right now, he actually texted me earlier. I haven't responded though. They're actually working on their pieces for the gallery. So we check in on each other periodically and stuff like that. And it's going to be a nice long haul where you go into one level, then the next level, and then the final level. And naturally, because I'm putting everything together, I'll be the final level. But these brothers are going to bring their own art to present physically, so you're able to appreciate what they're bringing physically instead of just digitally on an IG screen or on a CD or a vinyl cover. You know what I'm saying? So
talking about them 5-figure big prints.
Yeah, absolutely. So, the gallery is called Distortion to Static, and it's just going to represent an amalgamation of things that, to me, each artist is going to have their own definition to that title. My definition is the things that are made loud in order for you to get distracted and not see what the truth lies within. You know,
Okay.
That's
our
a great concept.
Our nostalgia is constantly being resold to us nowadays. You know, so
yep,
you
that's a
have
fact.
you have dudes that are collecting toys that, like the Thundercats or G.I. Joe or Marvel Legends. Like, I collect stuff like that, and it's like you think you're collecting it because you missed out on it as a kid, and you're hoping that it retains the value that it did when you missed out on it on the first time. But it's really not. It's a consumer trap, you know. And I kind of like saw it, and I'm like, oh shit, like I'm getting got here. You know what I mean? Like,
so marketing has evolved, and marketing as a system isn't really that old. And so it's really kind of evolved in this sense where it understands that in a lot of sense fashion is cyclical. Right. And we go back a couple of generations to what was cool before and reignite our version of that. And so once marketing catches a hold of that, then they start marketing to that and start telling you what you should be into. Oh, retro gaming is really cool right now. Right. You should do that. Right. And now you're like, oh yeah, I do remember, wanting to play those, but I didn't have that system.
Yeah, and back then it cost me maybe $15-$20. This time it asked me for $67. Inflation and thereafter. But
I ain't having it. I ain't having it, yo.
Yeah,
I'll do without it. You know what I'm saying?
I see through the bullshit. So I kind of felt a certain way, and I wanted to speak about that through my art. That's so dope. A lot of the pieces that I'm presenting at this show represent that subject matter and pretty much my point of view on it. And the brothers have their own like I said, they have their own definitions of what that title means to them, and of course they're going to bring their own artistic twist to everything. But I'm excited for this because Run for Cover was supposed to be that. My idea for Run for Cover was get everybody that made an album cover for an Abyss artist to display at the show. At first, it was supposed to be myself and as SDF. But then in my mind, I was like, I don't want anybody to feel left out. Let me try to do a full circle thing. But it wasn't really realistic, timelines and money and space and things of that nature. And we were just getting out of the whole COVID bubble, So I decided to maintain Run for Cover as a solitary thing, and then promised myself that the next time I did a show, it would be with some brothers from the Abyss. And I made that promise to Lord of the Meth at Run for Cover. And then not long after, I reached out to Bernard and presented the same, and he was with it. So,
well, in a sense, you're really trying to shift a new fan base into the art gallery scene. And it's a great thing that you're actually doing, and I like things like the cookout, where they were supporting art and having art up, and they did the same thing with the tattoo show in South Carolina that I was a part of. Introducing this lane of collector, people that are into collecting unique vinyls with unique obies and splatter patterns and all of these different things are the right people to start getting into good art and recognizing what good art is in a gallery scene, because the people in the gallery scene are so stuck on the system that they don't know what good art is. They're going by what somebody's told them the color of the year is and the style of that year is, and that's what's selling, and so that's what makes money. And then you get a bunch of artists that in the sense of music would be a Taylor Swift or somebody that's going for pop, going for the main fame. You get the same thing in art, which is what's celebrated in galleries. And then people that are creating and actually breaking new genres don't get the view that they need to get. So when you do stuff like this, when they do the cookout, when they do the tattoo show, whenever they do hip hop shows and have art included in that in a gallery fashion, or whenever hip hop artists, cover artists start doing gallery shows, you start bringing a whole new avenue of people into what fine art should be. And to me, that should be celebrated 100%.
Yeah, absolutely. And just the existence of us, because I feel like we're not being recognized.
Not yet. It's coming.
Not yet. Like
it's coming though. It's right on the horizon.
I need to see us at the complex con. I need to see us at the Comic Cons. Like, Dave Proch is right there with the MC project, and
it's a good breakthrough project, definitely.
Yeah, it's those things that represent where we come from that is why I do what I do, because I wanted to go back to that. As much as I want to separate myself, being finished with the album cover thing, I also don't want it to be a fade to black situation. I want people that look at the new art and be like, oh, this is amazing. Oh, but I used to do these. Holy shit, I have these albums. You made these covers? It's like, you know what I mean? So, well, like Primo's been saying all episode, it's full circle, and we all deal with 360.
So can I
at all times?
Can I be really bold and make a suggestion and take it for what it's worth, because I respect you a lot. So if it's dumb, obviously you won't go with it. But I do think there is an importance in staying in this lane to an aspect. And if you became an artist that once every 2 years released something for an artist that you felt was really dope, somebody that was really coming up, in my mind, like a Ja King the Divine or a Vega 7 the Ronin. I know he definitely fucks
Shout
with
out both of them.
RDRB and all that kind of shit.
Stab Master Arson.
Yeah, but like if you were to keep your toe in this water, so to speak, and just every once in a while,
sorry, I had that in there. That's a name I haven't said. Stab Master Arson. He's
definitely.
I like
RDRB too.
But if you were to keep your toe in that,
a lot of dope art about that.
I think that it would allow you to continue to bring those fans into the fine art part of what you do. So just maybe consider not, saying it's final. Just, you're good for now.
Yeah, and that's basically the gist of it. Is I also don't want to seem like the guy that won't leave the lane. You know what I'm saying? Because there's always room for new. And I never got into this for competition. But after a while, once you build a community and that community builds different flavors and different styles, you're going to have that natural competitive drive put into it. And that's what hip hop's always been. Hip hop's always been about
a gladiator sport.
Yeah, whether it was DJing, MCing, breakdancing, or graffiti, all of that shit had a competitive nature to it. So naturally, this is, I said it a while ago, it might have been in the old podcast, the Fuck You Me podcast, where it's like, these album covers to us is like, back in the days when dudes was bombing on the train. You know what I'm saying? Like, my shit went all city with the Fly Guy. You know what I'm saying? That's what the graffiti artists used to call all city. So I got my name up on the Fly God. That shit went all city, and everybody got to see my name, and I got hyped. You know what I'm saying? Just like everybody got to see, Dondi's name on the train, and that shit went through, all the boroughs, you know what I'm saying, from the A line and beyond, and he got to go all city.
There you
know
go.
What I'm saying? He got to go all city. So to me, it's the same principle. But I just don't want to stay stuck in that same situation, because eventually you watch the hero watch himself become the villain. You know what I mean?
I can understand that.
And then the people that used to love me are now looking at me like, why don't you move your old ass out the way and let us fucking breathe and eat and shit? You know what I mean? Why you always got to get all the fucking album covers? You know what I mean? So
I kind of look at it a little more like Spider-Man.
Maybe I asked you.
I kind of look at it a little more like Spider-Man. Like he definitely helps the Avengers, but he's got his pulse on what's going on in his hood as well. So he knows,
exactly,
you know what I mean?
Exactly. And like I mentioned before, even though my style is more versatile than most in the Abyss, like I also don't want all my album covers to look the same, Lord. You know what I mean?
No.
There's no magic in that. You know what I'm saying? There's absolutely no magic in that. So I want to be able to look at some shit and be like, wow.
But they don't. Look at the album covers you've done with Conway versus what you've done with Mickey, or versus what you've done, with DSS and more. Yeah.
The
flea art.
The flea art. All of it.
But there's other artists out there. I'm not going to say names because I don't want them to take it to offense, but and it's not their fault that they have their own style. You see what I'm saying? It's not their fault whatsoever. Yeah. But I personally don't want different style rhyming rappers all with the same album cover. That doesn't make any sense to me, bro. You know what I mean? Like, for that, I'll just have white label vinyls and enjoy the music, and I'll draw the shit myself. You know what I mean? Like,
but again, I'll fall back to that's why you are you, because you have all of those different styles in your bag, and not everybody is going to have that.
You're right.
Yeah, and we're getting more, because now we're stepping into the 3D realm. You know what I'm saying? We're going to be putting out some vinyl toys. You know what I'm saying?
I'm fucking with it.
Hey, yo, I'm stepping into that realm. Not on the ill ass level as homeboy that did the statues, the hip hop statues.
38 Special? Nah. Those statues was trash. What? What I say wrong?
Why you gotta get yourself?
Nobody said you said anything wrong.
They were bad. They was bad, man. They was bad. They didn't even look like him.
Wait, did he do the Ghostface one though?
Yeah, he did the Ghostface. The
Ghostface ones are dope. The Sean Price ones are dope. Yeah, those ones are dope.
Yeah.
Right.
Just talking about 38 Special one.
It's not going to be on that level. It's going to be more on a Funko type of thing, you know?
Funko, okay. I fuck with that.
That's going to be raw, though. That's iconic. That makes sense that you would do something like that, because I think you'll probably, and correct me if I'm wrong, but you'll probably have such creative freedom on it to really make it something that's your own, to really make it stand out. So I'm cool with it. You know, that's definitely great company to be in as far as manufacturing things.
Yeah, because I try to create some characters for like NFT situations, and they worked out better as a idea for 3D vinyl toys instead. So I was like, let's go this direction. You know what I mean?
That's dope.
You know, so I got a couple of different contributions coming in the next couple of years. You know, so I'm excited about that, and it's not like the transition that I'm making is more of a let me leave these children to be bastards now. No, right? You know what I mean? Like, this shit is it's always going to be my baby. You know what I mean? Like, these covers mean the world to me. They're the reason that I'm sitting here with you guys, you know? So I can't be mad at that, and can never have any kind of haste or be jaded in any way. The relationships and having to deal with certain things, but as far as the end product, never, you know?
Mm-hmm. I believe also absence makes the heart fonder, and a person's absent. So, like, when you're gone for like 2 or 3 years, and all of a sudden, boom, Conway drops again with a step cover. That just makes it even
people would lose
more,
their fucking minds.
Oh,
it means that much more.
I'm saying, and then after you leave a date at an art gallery where you dressed up in grown men's clothes, not women's clothes. Hey, yo, I drink a Mad Dog. I was.
You were drinking Mad Dog.
Yeah.
It's crazy if you finished it. That's the worst part.
I put it away. I got it for a joke,
Good.
but I ain't had no more. But
then you started drinking it, and you were like, yes.
Women's clothes.
Me.
Yeah. But you go on a date, you know what I'm saying? Boom. Hey, yo, this is Stephenton's art pieces right here. Boom, boom, boom. Then all of a sudden you go back and you backtrack and you see everything. It's just a dope look.
Yeah.
It's a dope look, yo. So,
shout outs to Bernard and shout outs to Lord Annabelle. They have no idea what I'm creating, and neither do I have any idea what they're creating. We're all going to see everything live at the show on the show date. So
that's everybody's
really cool. Everybody's going to be in awe. October 13th. Friday the 13th.
Yeah. And where is it going to be at?
White Plains, New York.
Okay.
I'm going to try
to get up there, man. See if I can get a trip.
I will reveal the venue and the ticket. The tickets will be like $10 and shit. Closer to the date, but it's White Plains, New York. So if you're gonna make any type of arrangements, do it now.
No doubt.
And, we hope to see y'all
do not
there.
miss event right there.
Well, we got some time to get it right.
You guys are coming to New York, so you're definitely on the list.
I definitely
say less.
September. I got time to figure this out, yo. I got
October.
time.
Yeah,
I got time to try to figure this out.
We got a couple
to work something out.
We got definitely.
I'm gonna try and get up there. I'm about to ask for permission.
Well, asking you,
I gotta go.
Y'all was looking at my legs and shit.
And my kid.
I don't know what's up with that. I might have to put that technical difficulties up.
Man.
Exactly,
I mean,
man.
the kid asked for juice.
This the type of shit that goes on in the back room next door to Tattletale.
Fortunately, Gangland is like this out with the crotch area, but that calf,
I got no pants on.
Oh, now see, Gangland didn't help us out with the crotch on that one.
This is why you don't need to have Mad Dog in your life, man. This is what happens, man. Get us out of here, man. He out of control.
The kid asked for juice like 6 times. She said, "Thank you.
She's
You're
so
welcome."
sweet. I love her.
She's still awake. It's 11 o'clock, man. Go to sleep.
Because I haven't gave her a bath yet. She got to take baths.
She's been really good this episode, though. She's been really
the other
good.
episode, she was kind of braggy.
Shout out JC.
Yeah, she's throwing all these balls around. Look, pause.
So I know we're gonna end up needing to wrap this up, but I just wanted to say 2 things really quick. For you, Sep, I want to say I love you. I love the fact that we communicate the way we do in DM, and it's hilarious to me. I love that we don't talk often, but when we do, it's like 2 hours of messaging back and forth, and it cracks me up. But that's
my dynamic. That's pretty much
100%. Your personality is. I'm such a big fan of that, but I'm also such a big fan of your artwork. My wife and I both big supporters of what you do. So, all I can do is hope that you will be as successful in the next lane that you conquer as you have been in this one, because you truly are the top of the top in this lane of album artwork, in consistency, in style, in the way that you represent each individual project the way you do. So I have just utmost respect.
Thank you, brother.
I also wanted to say really quick to my 2 co-hosts, 100 episodes. I'm out of drink, so I'm gonna have to toast you with my coffee. But
I'm gonna do my kids' juice.
I'm so proud of what we've done. 100 episodes. I love what we do.
Hold on.
I have fun every week, looking forward to not only sitting down with you guys and recording, but going through it tediously with the editing process. And I get to watch it so many times, even before it releases, and it's a joy to me. So I can't thank you both enough for this ride that we've been on. And I hope we hit 200, 300, 400 more.
Well, pause.
Let's go.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
Almost. Salute.
What's the pause for? Ain't no pause to that. Yeah, man. We about to go all the way.
Hit 400. Come on, yo. Pause.
Why not?
Good,
What's the pause to that again?
Yo, this is really good juice. Here you have it back.
Yeah.
That's now daddy's juice.
That's daddy juice.
Daddy juice from having like, I don't know, daddy juice. Yeah. Primo Jab, what do you have something to add in here?
Of course.
I just want to say thank you. Of course I do, man. I just want to say thank you to Sep for everything you've done, man. And thank you for the serious intention that you take when you've approached this task that you've been assigned in life. You're killing it. I can't wait to see the next level that you go to. We know it's going to be something amazing and massive. Thank you for the gifts that you've given to us all. I'm really looking forward to getting my shirt. That's going to be one thing, but I'm just really looking forward to continuously celebrating you though in everything that you're doing. And being out here on the front line repping for you, man. Today, it's just been an honor to really listen to you. You're very knowledgeable, and also you're very humble, man. You've given as many gems as big ups to various people during this episode, and I think that's dope because that's what we're here for, man. We like to, shed the light on the abyss and show love to the people in the abyss that's out here doing their things, man. And you embody that, man. So again, like I said, man, just thank you for doing what you do, man. We're just so happy that you decided to join us, man. Thank you so much.
Yes,
I appreciate you guys for having me, and thank you so much for just keeping my name out there. You know what I mean? Like that last year's
you doing that
artist of the year thing caught me off guard because man, I bitch and moan to myself when I don't see it in the double XL and when I don't see it on the complex site. But it's like I see it on your podcast and your website, and that shit matters. You know what I'm saying? Because though you don't have the vast audience that they have, you have an audience, period. And the fact that you took your time to talk to that audience and ask them what they thought, let me know that there are more people out there that felt the same as you did. So that was a beautiful process in and of itself, and I'm really appreciative for that. And all of the artists that are doing work right now, man, just keep your head up, learn the business, and don't let these guys take advantage of you. You know what I'm saying? What you do is valuable. Your time is valuable. It's not just what you're bringing artistically. It's the time that you invest in it. Okay, because that time could be put into other things. And you're sitting there putting your time into something that belongs to them at the end of the day. And you want to make sure that you're not only compensated for it monetarily, but also credit-wise and respectfully. Don't get put on the back burner as somebody that just did a cover for somebody and that was the end of it. No, try to maintain the respect that your name deserves artistically, because there are millions of us out there that just do what we do because we have families to provide for, things to maintain, overheads, and so on and so forth. And it really sucks when people undermine that. So don't let yourself get disrespected by being underpaid and underappreciated for the time that you actually put into this work. All right. I will also give a shout to Greg Rapper, who's, names that I like to see come up all the time. Art by Danny, Ryan Puma.
Shout out
Ryan Puma. Absolutely.
Shout outs to Lord NMF, Bernard. Who else? I don't want to forget too many people, but just 1,000 words. The shit he's done with the Polaroid,
unbelievable. New Vegas,
he's changed the meaning of a Polaroid for me.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't look at Polaroids the same anymore.
No, he's created a unique lane.
Yeah, New Vegas
he hip-hopped the fuck out of it.
Yep.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I know you've already mentioned PQ and Craig Dyer.
PQ, Craig Dyer. Craig Dyer was just an animal last year.
A lot of projects.
80 covers.
Oh my
right?
God.
Jeez.
Yeah.
Talk about putting in work.
Crazy.
Yeah, it's a lot of covers.
And although I've had my differences with brothers and shit, Squad Dead Face. I don't have no problem with Kip, but shout out to Kip the Fog. And, who else am I missing here?
Proud Dude.
I know we mentioned
Dave.
The Approach, absolutely.
Homeboy, Stab Master
Arson.
RD, whatever, RD.
RB.
Already got the oxen free, whatever.
Yeah.
Come on, man.
He's gonna hate me, but that's
Potato God.
Let me just say it like this. I have no problem with you, Duke. I don't know you. I wish you nothing but the best, and I don't mean that shit sarcastically in any fashion, man. Like, I know how hard it is to survive in this business. This shit is not easy. So if I've talked shit and you felt some type of way about what I said, my apologies from that as a man to another man. I'll be able to say that to you personally, on a DM, however you need it. But
I will never apologize to a white man.
I'll mention. You son of a bitch! You son of a bitch!
I would tell you like this: that 90% of my supporters are white.
Hey, I'm apologizing.
I would say number of his supporters are white too. I was kind of surprised at a lot of the producers that work with him. But anyway, I'm just a white man on the podcast, so.
Big Ghost and my boy Ben.
I will mention two others, P-Ro and there's an up-and-comer, Dorosto, who's out of Germany. He's a DJ. But he's been doing some really dope cover art as well. So shout out to him.
P-Ro. Aside from that, aside from cover art, Big Ghost and Ben, because Ben has been an intricate part in the salvation of my mentality. Like, that man has talked me off the ledge a million times. And I don't know how he tolerates me, because I don't return calls, and when I do, it's at retarded times, and I have the worst texting etiquette ever. But he's really had my back, and I can't hide that or shadow that in any way. Like, Ben's really, really looked out for me. So shout outs to him.
Super dope.
And shout outs to Big Ghost, because Big Ghost done the same as well. Big Ghost is somebody that I have my secret jokes with. So it's fun to have that. You know what I mean?
Yep.
True indeed. I need to call Ben one of these days. You know what I'm saying? Because, I need to. You know what I'm saying?
So, wait, let me how do I put my video on pause real quick without stopping you?
I have no idea.
I don't know.
Like, how do I go to my
I don't know, just turn your face down, turn your phone down on his face or something, man. Just say, all right, I'll be right back, and there you go.
Y'all gonna edit this shit, right?
Up. Yeah, I'll just put a graphic up.
Yeah, sure. We'll say paused.
It'll have me as a technical difficulty behind the camera.
Hey man, hold on while he going, like, real quick, man. He mentioned something, man. This show, I love what we do, man, because this show, 100%. While it may not have the reach that we know, that shows in the amount of followers and all that type of stuff, I truly believe that it's the quality of the people that are listening to us more so than the quantity, because I feel like we have active and engaged listeners that are telling other people, hey, check this out. or that what we're doing, the service that we're doing actually means something to them. They're like, oh shit, yeah, I'm gonna check out the Abyss this week because I never heard this dude. Now I'm knee deep. I went down the wormhole and I found 16 different artists. So I'm
sometimes
cool.
it's people going, I've been onto this dude for a while, and thank you for spotlighting them.
Thank you for
so that other people will know what I've known, which is a dope artist.
That's right. It means something. It means something, man. So I'm happy we made it 100 episodes, man.
Yes.
And that's why outlets like this are important, because it's an ecosystem. You know what I mean? And everything serves for each other. And the album covers serve for the music serve for the people get the information from the podcast and the interviews, the media, so they get the more in-depth personality from people. So all of it is important and it's necessary. So, but I got this piece here that's one of my personal ones. It's from a drop that I did, I think, in 2021. But I don't know if you guys want to do like a little contest or something. I'll give this away for free.
Wow.
If you guys want to give this to one of your fans, maybe the 100th comment or the 100th like or post, whatever it is you guys think of.
On the YouTube, let's see if we can get 100 comments on the YouTube.
You know what I'm saying? Right. So the 100th comment, you get that for free.
We fuck with it.
That's a great idea. Of the listeners, that is a dope piece.
Yeah, it's a dope, iconic, one of a kind Serpentine piece. It's a foundational piece to this Abyss. If you know about what we've been talking about, then you know what it is already without seeing it. Put those comments down. You gotta tag us on our underneath this when we release this episode too. You gotta go on there. And
on the YouTube,
say, hey, I did it on the YouTube.
I always respond to comments.
On the YouTube
and
the Instagram.
And love comments. So I'll see it if they post.
So we'll know.
But I'm gonna cut this as a clip. I'm gonna cut
this
as
a
clip. For real.
So YouTube and Instagram.
YouTube and Instagram. And a lot of people ask me why I always do like a remake of the Fly Guy piece. And in my personal opinion is that's what I consider my companion. Like
it's iconic.
Companion piece. So I just do different variations of it, but those variations, those different versions of it make sense. They tell a story within itself. So,
why did Frank Sinatra sing New York, New York every show?
Yep. Right.
Yep. Because it's iconic. It's iconic, and people need to hear it. People need to see variations of the Fly God. The Fly God is really, for a lot of people, what started it. And
it's the Wu-Tang sign.
This perfect storm of West Side Gun, and I give him a lot of credit for this, incorporating fashion, incorporating art, incorporating that grimy sound and that beat in the curation, and then obviously his very unique style of rhyming, which is very high caliber. So adding all of those four elements and really making it important is what's really driving this lane. And then you add that it was kind of that perfect time for collectors and vinyl and people wanting to get into that sort of thing. He's created these art pieces with your help. And that's why a lot of people look at you as the godfather of the art movement in this lane.
Appreciate that, man.
Absolutely.
And I feel the same, so thank you, man. Yeah, he doesn't get a lot of props for the shit that he says in his rhyme.
I like West Side Gun rhyme styles, man. A lot of people
incredibly talented.
Like it.
I'm into it. Man.
He's got the best crackhead line. Before we he hit the stem hard once, he walked up the block with a refrigerator. I'm like, yo, I saw on YouTube he had a refrigerator on the bed. The Fiend hit the pipe one time, did the Dougie. Anyway, before we get off there, before we hop off here, 100 episodes. I don't think we argued once in on this show.
No.
You know what I'm saying? It's really been like great communication, and people could tell. You know what I'm saying? So we are doing a great job. We are rocking and rolling. What you got this up?
I'm trying to find an additional piece to make them really get into those comments. So you know what we'll do?
See?
We'll do one of these as well.
Not the 100th episode giveaway.
I'm telling you.
Shit.
My favorite episode ever.
Wow.
Oh, no doubt.
I'm about to comment 100 times. That
I'm telling you. I'm going to be waiting. As soon as 99 comes in, I'm going to throw one in there. Haha, suckers, I got you.
You got the West Side Doom joint on his neck.
Yeah, shout to the North.
That needs to be for Fly Guy Part 2. If he ever does Fly Guy Part 2, that's the cover right there. Or it needs to be even more chunkier. I don't know, but that's it. That's as ill as it gets.
The subtle red.
Oh my god!
That red. You get both of those if you're in the 100th. However, the brothers set it up is how they set it up to be the winner of that.
That's super dope.
There it is.
That's dope. I'll make a video about it, yo. But Lord Sepp, check it out, bro. Yeah. Your importance to this culture is unmatched. You know what I'm saying? I know sometimes you don't feel that way. You know what I'm saying? You say you got Ben talk you off the ledge. But bro, you got to understand, sometimes when people punch first, this person that punch second sometimes get called for the technical foul. You know what I'm saying? But I don't feel that way about you. I feel like those that need to know, we know. You know what I'm saying? And the important people that are important. You don't need to have Sexy Red or somebody else that don't motherfucker. You know what Sexy Red is? Pound Town?
Why?
For the movie?
No, Pound Town. Just left Pound Town. My pussy pink. My booty hole brown.
My pussy pink. My booty hole brown.
You don't need her. You don't need her to. You don't need to know.
I can't.
But we know. The constant noise of hip hop and people that really love this genre and love this movement. We know. You know what I'm saying? The ones that need to know. Yeah. So don't ever. I know sometimes I feel down on myself sometimes, but like, boom, we know who we are, bro. We know. You know what I'm saying? We know. You know what I'm saying? And everybody out there, your true health and wealth and self-worth is lies in these little motherfuckers right here, yo. You know what I'm saying? Word. Yeah. Or like people that you love.
So before we get out of here, let me get y'all three favorite album covers from anybody ever.
Ever? Okay.
Oh, shit.
That's a
36 chambers.
To make it less difficult, let's stick to the genre of hip hop.
Yeah, Into the 36 Chambers.
Okay.
Love it. Don't Get Scared Now. I think I love that more than Fly God. I think that's the hardest shit. Great. I think it's the hardest shit ever. That album to me is my favorite Griselda album besides Roses Are Red, So Is Blood. I think that's my other favorite Griselda album.
That's fucking underrated project. Yeah, too.
I love that album, but I think my favorite album is Don't Get Scared Now from Griselda. I love that piece so much. I love that. When I saw it, the yellow in the background, man, that's my favorite Griselda hoodie. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, word. In the elements of the Mock Hami element, when it was Mock Griselda, Mock Conway, and West Side Gun. I love that part of Griselda.
It was the original footprint.
Yeah, because Benny was in the streets, 2 Chainz Benny. Yeah. So I love that album so much. The album cover was just so hard to me. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I like the Fly Guy album cover, but yeah, Into the 36 Chambers. And I probably have to say, look, even though it's so simple, when I saw it, something resonated in me because Wu-Tang, I'm just saying, terrorize your town like troops in Pakistan, swinging through your town like a neighborhood Spider-Man. That made me, I like Spider-Man. Like, that's what made me like Wu-Tang. Yeah. But seeing this album cover, and I actually saw the album cover before I saw the video, and I saw the dude going through with a grocery basket. Yeah, check it out. I'm getting to it. I hold the mic, like niggas hold the girl tight. Right after her, probably get active with Pearl White. The hookers now. Yeah, the hooker now. As many times as I spit it, to be specific, more times than dimes in the brief. I'm like, the Doomsday album cover with MF Doom. With seeing Victor Vaughn. Part of me, yeah. I had the style I ain't flipped in a while. I'm like, yo, I was blown away.
I have the style I ain't flipped in a while. I have the... It goes good scientific
intelligence. Sometimes elements. They unbelievable to me. But seeing with the mic, yeah, oh my god! But the MF Doomsday and low key, I didn't really think it matched up with the character as a villain. I didn't think it matched up.
So you're saying your 3 favorite hip hop album covers
Into the 36 Chambers, yeah. Don't get scared now. Yeah, don't get scared now. Man, yo, I gotta get another hoodie. That joint is done. You know what I'm saying? Word. But I love that album cover, yo. But Doomsday probably put me on the path that I am on today. The nerd hip hop, I was doing it before he did it.
All of us.
But like, but I was like, yo, there's somebody, okay, how Biggie made fat niggas like fly. Mm-hmm. I think Doom made nerd niggas fly. You know what I'm saying? Right. I'm sitting here bringing comic books out to bitches like, yo, this is what I got. This right here is worth $112. Look, I got a wizard right here to prove. I have a wizard right here to prove it. Yeah, it says right here. It says right here. Yeah, Bluey, turn on Bluey. Yeah, so those are my 3 favorite. I was long winded on it, but yeah. I love those. I love those. Oh my god, the fucking Ajax. Oh my god, Ajax make get you that feeling in your stomach. But my comedy said he's the Black Conor McGregor. What that mean now? Yeah, Black Conor McGregor. Yeah, probably.
Fight very well.
Can he? I don't know, man. But yo, y'all go.
That brother's as mysterious as it gets.
Yeah, Bluey's on, mommy. Yeah, what y'all got?
All right, so I'm gonna get the kiss ass portion out of the way first, and I'm gonna say DSS Amore is in my top 3.
I like it.
I literally I can't say enough about that piece and what it meant to not only the stylistic of it.
Let me make this clear. All time.
I'm saying, look, and I've not even just hip hop. I'm going to include my second choice is actually a metal band. So, like
Guns N' Roses. It's like
actually, it's an Atlanta metal band called Mastodon, and the album cover was Leviathan. And for me, it was the start of a very specific style for them in the lettering style and in the art style. But that whole album was basically Moby Dick. It was an ode to Moby Dick, and so the whole album was based around that novel. And it was very thematic, and the songs were very thematic towards it, and the album cover worked so well with it, but the art style in it was something I always loved. But they followed that style in Blood Mountain and several of their other releases. So that'd be number 2. And then I think just nostalgically, I don't know that it's necessarily the best album art, but because I was so into Ice Cube at the time, the Death Certificate album cover was something that always flashes back to me as just one of those album covers that I remember. I had like a CD Walkman that I burned the fuck out of that and Lethal Injection constantly, but I always loved the album cover for that. Yeah. So in no order, those are my top 3.
So thank you for putting me in that top 3, man. That's amazing.
I would have said it if you weren't here.
That's crazy. Thank you, man.
All right.
Primo Jab didn't even know you did don't be scared. Go ahead.
I did. I mean, my top 3. I went kind of all time. I didn't. There's been a lot of time that's happened in hip hop, man. But
that's why I'm amazed at the responses. Wow. So much.
I had to think deep, man. I like this question, man. I think it's a great question. Well, number 1, I'm gonna shoot out Only Built for Cuban Links. The cover to Only Built for Cuban Links. That's not a pause, man. It's just shoot out, man.
That's a good choice, though.
I really like Only Built for Cuban Links cover. Just Ray standing there, and then with Ghost behind him. Pause.
You gotta live like this.
Look like. That's like they look like they're in the middle of a grimy ass run.
We're gonna do it. We're gonna do
out there doing what they need to do, coming up, whatever, and they got each other's back, man. That cover just it sets it off for the whole project, man. It's iconic to me. It's one of my favorite images.
The picture though.
It's a dope picture, man. I really like Razor's Edge too. Since if we're going to talk about the modern era, I really am a fan of the cover of Razor's Edge. I like it a lot. I think it also is another cover that really speaks to the content of the album and really makes you be prepared for something that's really going to be ill because of just the colors and everything. It's very dope. So that's for the modern era. So I got one left, and does it have to be hip hop? If it's not,
I mean,
I got one. But if it has to be hip hop,
if it means that much to you, go for it, man.
I named a metal band, so
yeah.
That's real. Okay, well, so if it. All right, because I really want to do. I want to do a hip hop one and then just kind of like a classic one, right? The SOS band, they have this album cover for On the Rise, and it's like this Zeppelin flying through the smoke on some magical planet somewhere, man. That album cover has always been just amazing to me, man. The SOS band, On the Rise album cover. Google it, and I'm sure you'll probably agree that is ill as shit. And then
yeah,
it's kind of dope, right?
Zeppelin. Look like Zeppelin.
Yeah, it's kind of it's dope as shit, right? You know what I mean? It's Matt leaving, you know.
Yeah, that's fire.
And then I gotta say the belly soundtrack.
Belly
that's
soundtrack.
My other favorite album.
That's
cover.
It's a very good one.
I really like that white, just that white with those guys on it. That shit just looks like a really good. That's good.
If I replaced my metal band, then it would be Sun Tzu and the Wave God.
Ooh, that's a good one.
Contact by the Silver Apples. Contact by the Silver Apples. They got banned because they got LSD in the airplane. So the record actually got banned. But Silver Apples, that is a great album. Contact. That is like LP sampled it. That's how I found the album. LP sampled it for 9 millis, and so I went back and listened to the whole entire album. I love it. I love it. It's it's an amazing album.
I'm just glad you didn't mention Sexy Red.
Yeah, glad that didn't get in here. No.
Wait, so Razor's Edge, that's the feature wave in Rome Streets?
Yes.
Yeah. I really like that cover.
That was Chris Murray.
Chris Murray?
Yeah, Chris Murray. Can't go on Art Show without mentioning Chris Murray.
Hey, yo, boom. Yeah. He's one of the guys I think Ben brought in. I think Ben actually brought him into our lane. I think. Yeah, Ben. I'm almost positive that he didn't know nothing about this shit until Ben brought him in.
I knew of his artistic his work and shit, but not until I met Ben did I know exactly that it was Chris Murray. But he killed this cover though for sure.
I think it's dope, man. I think it's really dope.
But there's two versions of it though.
Mm-hmm. I like the one that has the guy that's standing on the cover, the Reaper with the razor blade shovel, the razor blade thing, and the wolf. That's the joint I like.
And I don't want to get divorced, so I'm also going to mention a runner-up as Primo Jab Goblin.
Shout out Jab Goblin. I didn't want to shout myself out, but yeah, shout out Odd Works, that Jab Goblin cover. The merch coming soon.
The merch looks fantastic.
That's one of my favorite covers this year too, man.
I love it. It was such a dope cover. I'm so proud of it, and I got to help do a little digital stuff.
That's fucking sick. The character on the Hobgoblin, we got Primo on the Hobgoblin.
Check it.
On the drone, and then you got the lettering in the back, which brings back that graffiti. That's just, bro.
Shout out
dope.
E.
That shit was dope, bro.
Yep. Art.
If you tune horns,
that's all.
If you tune horns, shout out to my coworker who dang, you sleepy. I gotta tune it in the bed. Yo, check it out. You all right? Chicken? You go. My coworker was at yeah, she just fell. My coworker drew me, then he took a picture of me, then drew me, and put Galactus behind me. So that's one of my album covers. Me and Dreadeye, Powers Cosmic. Yeah. So shout out to that guy. Yeah. So shout out to that guy putting Galactus behind me. That joint was hard, yo. Pause. Took a picture of me.
Right when you had the hoodie and you had the halo, the blue halo over you, right?
Yeah, around me. Yeah, I'm going like this. Yeah. Shout out to that guy. He works for we did work for Hallmark, and he works for who else? He did like some stuff for Marvel and DC. They did that shit in like one day.
Wow. That's cool.
Yeah. And he showed me a mad love. Yeah, he did the Rick James with cocaine on his nose too. And the Prince joint with his shirt open with Luke Cage. Like Rick James with cocaine on his nose as Luke Cage. That was one day too. So it was and he's really busy guy and he got 2 kids. Yeah, so thank you, Gabriel Cortez. He hates soccer though. Gabriel. So he hates soccer, so fuck you.
Okay.
Yeah. I love you, man. I'm gonna call you. Kid's gonna get up. But yo, soccer's the best sport in the world. Chicken?
Pretty dope.
Chicken? You asked for spaghetti, chicken, juice, all that shit, yo. Sepperton, thank you so much for coming on this joint. There's a lot more stuff that we could talk about.
Yes, and you're welcome back anytime.
We need, like I said, we need to do like a weekly live one of these days or something like that. Here, you want to feed yourself? I get you. Why you want to feed yourself? I want to feed you for at least 2 more months.
You know what, Lukey? I'm trying to make a conscious effort to be more in the public eye.
People don't even know what you look like, G.
Yeah, a lot of people get thrown off by how I look when they first meet me because it's like, oh shit, I didn't expect to see this gigantic Samoan-looking Dominican.
I'm sorry I said it. I didn't mean it.
Yeah,
hey, on the real. I think you probably some nerd, bro.
Maui,
Oh shit.
Oh wow.
I think you some like skinny, like nerd. You know what I'm saying? Like they don't. Yeah, never got their feet wet.
I had one instance where a rapper got out of line with me, and I had to go see him personally, and the whole experience changed.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Oh, that's dope.
Yeah. Oh, I didn't mean to disrespect you, sir.
I'm looking forward to a similar experience.
Hey, yo, 4 out of 4. Oh, yeah, real shit. Hey, yo, 4 out of 10 people is pussy anyway. So sometimes you being who you are, man, you could work right now outside of Onyx. Just pull up. You know what I'm saying? Niggas ain't gonna try you. You know what I'm saying? Word. They gonna think twice before they
Onyx.
300. They 300 plus. Little boxing background, you know what I mean?
Yo, the Falcons could use you right now, my dude.
The
Falcons could use you.
We would take you in a minute.
Yeah. Falcons could use you. The Giants could use you. Who else can use you? Philly definitely could use you. Yeah, definitely, yo. Boom. They gave me words. Yeah. So once again, I gotta get this baby in the bath. She eating chicken now. She got me eating food on the podcast. That's crazy, yo. Kids. Chicken. Yeah, I'm not drunk off the Mad Dog anymore.
Is it Mad Dog 2020? Yeah.
Man, I didn't drink that much. Man, but I'm getting mad stuff.
I did.
I remember I texted you. I said, yo, why didn't you tell me kids is the best thing ever? He said, I was trying to tell you. Yeah, but it's a life-changing experience.
I tried to tell you. I was trying to tell people that like, yo, bro.
This is dope.
Man, my life changed.
People without kids think that that's a trap that you guys are trying to get us into, so we suffer the same fate as you.
Yeah,
we don't know.
If you were halfway decent,
we don't know any better until we have kids. I haven't had
it's fucking work. I'm gonna tell you, it's fucking work, bro. But man, is it worth it? As long as you don't raise a hoe or a sociopath, it's worth it, bro.
I don't want my kid on the watchtower.
Hey, yo, I thought you were talking about Jehovah's Witness for a second. I thought you were talking about Jehovah's Witness on the watchtower.
No.
I know. The program. Hey, yo, boom. That's a little bit hard for me because I only got it by myself. So I don't ever have no assistance. Everything is like, I got to change her. I got to feed her all the time. I got to make sure she don't get my gun and shoot herself. That type of stuff. Yeah, so it's like, boom. All this stuff goes, yeah. Like, I'm by myself. Like, me and my big mama together.
You say shit sometimes.
I mean, boom. You gotta hide the gun, yo. Each night,
Why is that?
Obvious. Hey, man, come on. What?
Go ahead. Yeah, how am I going?
Of course, you gotta keep the gun out of the baby's reach. Like
I've got a trigger lock that you can use when you're storing it at the house.
That's my point. It's like, why is that like at the front of the door? Like,
I have a trigger lock that you can have.
It's wild, man.
I have a trigger lock for a Glock.
I doubt if you could like pull it back.
Take the chance.
Yeah. No, I'm
There's no safety on the Glock. There's no safety on the Glock.
She probably got like.
I have a lock.
She probably got two. You grabbing the bone. You don't even got. There's no meat on there. Pause. Here's the meat right here. Here you go. What? I'm teaching her. I took all the meat off the bone. She got the bone in the mouth, yo. Let me check it out, boy. Say, look, what is this? What is going on, man? Is it gangland?
Yeah, it's a little bit of gangland.
JC. Yeah, that's your name. That's you. Hey, yo, JC. Say this is issue 100 with separate teams. I don't know what the rest he said, but yeah, it's been a great episode.
That was close.
She did a great job. Hey, yo, give me a kiss. Thank you.
Oh, that's so sweet.
Now tell everybody bye-bye. Say bye-bye. You eat, huh? You know that's Carl right there. Say hi to Carl.
Hi.
Carl, definitely Carl.
You can't hear me.
No, you can't. Yeah, you can't. But yeah, everybody, we're gonna wrap this up. The 100th comment we get on the joint, Instagram and YouTube combined, you get a free print, 2 prints from Lord Sepperton, yo.
That one.
Stepfather.
Oh my God!
Wow,
that's so crazy,
man. That's wild.
And so that's greatness right there, yo. So boom. Yep. Thank you for everybody for rocking with us. I gotta go put a little girl in the bath, then drive her hour at home. Then I gotta go to work in the morning, yo. But once again, everybody out there, thank you for rocking with us. In all honesty, I want to step on the show. We didn't even have to ask him. It was his idea to come on here. That shit made me so happy. Pause. Yes.
We appreciate your support.
Yeah. I was like, yo, for the 100th show, it's special, man. It's special. It's truly special. So thank you once again for taking time out of your busy day and your busy schedule with all the stuff you got going on to come on here and to have it the 100th show. And thank you, man, for listening. I know you listen.
Yes.
It means a lot. You know what I'm saying? Word. You know what's going on. Yeah. Word. And
you don't see me in the likes and the comments out there, but I'm in the ether.
Word.
Yeah. That's what's up.
And my feelings. I'm
oh, come on, man.
He's blind. He's blind. Yeah. Yo, but if it was the 90s, we could go find these guys and fuck them up. You know what I'm saying?
Oh.
Yeah.
Did Bro have a problem with this guy too?
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. But yeah. It's a long.
He had
I'm gonna make a video about it.
More likely, but yeah, it's a whole nother thing, man. You know, but anyway, man, forget old boy, man. Episode 100, man. We left him in the 90s, man.
Edit that.
No, keep that
we
in
ain't
there.
editing out nothing. Lukey said what he said. We standing on it, man. Episode 100
Okay, so
of the event.
Okay, so I don't want to seem pussy. I just thought, taking the high road, but if it's fuck him, then it's fuck him, because these my guys right here. So if they say it's fuck you, guess what? From Sep, fuck you, nigga.
And with that, we'll see you for the 101 episode next week. Wow.
I'm gonna send you your 57-cent royalty soon, sucker.